multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zola. No applause? You're all fired.
Now that you've reached the stage in your life where quality television is important, Nubian TV is a black network that speaks to your lifestyle. Nubian TV is the world's first digital network devoted to the upscale and political lifestyles of black people. Nubian TV's programming includes politics, travel, fashion, food, automotive, arts and culture, civil rights, music, and more. Watch now on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or watch globally at nubiantv.net. Nubian TV, it's what you want to watch.
Come with me if you want to live a more delicious life.
Oh, maybe we should get in the van.
In this world, we don't get to control much. The past, male pattern baldness.
Leggies.
Got one right now. The urge to puff that bubble wrap. But there is one thing we do get to choose every single day. What we eat. Welcome to the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment. We have everything you want, didn't know you wanted, and some things you didn't know were possible. Because we believe if you're not having fun, you're not living free. So come on, let's live a little.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money! Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time.
That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good. Very good. Coming in hot, Jimmy, coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Good morning, America.
I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in. I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in. That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, Lara, Ginger.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
I mean, where else are you going to find that type of epic intro? Oh, my Lord. Our pre-show, I have to say, is probably one of the best ones on YouTube. Welcome into all 8 of you, 7 people here from the top of the show. Thank y'all. Linnell, still a good evening to you. Healing, good evening to you. My thoughts, good evening to you. Divine Virtuous Woman 0, good evening to you. We do have a lot to talk about this evening. Yes, we do. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 destinations for you this evening. We're going to kick it off with Wendy Williams, of course, as you all know. She was out and about in Miami. But also, too, there was some news that may hinder her freedom. We'll get into that. Y'all know Chuck E. Cheese Pizza, one of the biggest places to be for children. Of course, there was a Ghost Kitchen spinoff called Pasquale's for adults. And then, of course, you have Dave & Buster's, Main Event Entertainment, Urban Air Adventure Parks, and many others. But what if there was somebody that took the Chuck E. Cheese name and made it for adults? And I'm talking about an adult Chuck E. Cheese. I know what you're thinking. That's Dave & Buster's. Wait till you hear this story right here. Then we're going to talk about theme parks. There was a great article from Theme Park Insider that I want to answer the question that they posed. We'll get into that. Disney, once again, is going through some, yes, I know. We'll get into Chuck E. Cheese. I know. Can't wait to tell you about that destination right there. Then, of course, Disney, as you guys know, Disney is, how do the people say their wig is slipping in the theme park world? We'll talk about magic bands. Of course, we'll get into that. Major League Baseball is doing something big for my hometown of Little Rock, Arkansas, the Little Rock Nav. We'll talk about that. As you guys know, the cable network's game has been evolving, of course, as you guys know. I was the first one ahead of NBC News and the Today Show to tell you that NBC Universal is spinning off their networks, which could be potentially sold, but they're keeping Bravo. And then I was the first one to tell you that Warner Bros. Discovery is separating the cable networks from the studios and the streamers. Well, there might be some cable networks shutting down. I'll tell you which ones, and is there hope for these networks? We'll talk about it. Uber and DoorDash. What happens when there are 2 rivals doing the same thing? Eventually, one of them is going to be pissed. Wait till you hear what Uber has to say to DoorDash. And, of course, the rideshare drivers are in the conversation. And finally, Megan Thee Stallion. Woo, and that Milagro scams, rather. We'll listen to her response because it looks like she wants the crown but can't handle the weight like Carlos King. We'll talk about him tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. But also, too, Megan Thee Stallion has come out with a new tequila. 8 destinations for you this evening. Higher is waiting. Low is available. But y'all can fill out the rest of my words, right? But either way, we got to go on tour, rather. Yes, we do. Let me take down this iconic intro here. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that legendary virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And then there is me. Hey, everybody. Welcome in. Good to see all of you. 8 destinations for you. Let's get to the again and doing what we do. 8 destinations, 8 people are here right now. Thank you all so much for being here. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. That's here. All right. Let's get to the getting and doing what we do. Before I talk about the article here is Wendy Williams brunching at the Brunch Miami, at the Garden Brunch Miami. Trying to see if I can play it here. Okay, hang on, y'all. It's freezing up on me. Hang on. Okay, there we go. Should be playing. There we go. Okay, so there she is there with her son Kevin Jr. and family and friends there. So she was in Miami, celebrating her dad's 94th birthday. As you can see here, all the comments are very positive, very supportive there. That was at the end of the Wendy Williams movie that was on Lifetime. If you have not seen it, please go see it. It's a great television film. That cast did their good thing on that film. All right, so we see Wendy Williams is just fine there. Now let's get to our destination here from dailymail.com. It says right here, Wendy Williams reveals new hair outing in Miami as new details about guardianship battle emerge. Wendy Williams showed off a fresh new look when she emerged in Miami on Sunday. The 60-year-old former talk show host was spotted on a rare outing to a salon where she appeared to be getting blonde highlights added to her long hair. She was spotted amid her brief trip down south to celebrate her father, Thomas Williams Sr., 94th birthday with family. Wendy had previously said she had only been allowed out of her assisted facility twice in the past 30 days for dentist appointments, so she seemed to be living up her chance to get some more fresh air. The family reunion comes amid a new report from TMZ that appears to clear up some of the details about how she came to have solo freedom of movement at her assisted living facility. Sources claimed to the publication that she had been moved to a more restrictive memory unit at the facility, after she allegedly got drunk at a restaurant on the premises. It's all alleged. So as you can see there, Wendy is in her scooter right there. Daily Mail has attempted to reach Williams' guardian for comment. The gossip queen looked casual and relaxed as she navigated the Ventura Mall where the hair salon she went to was located. The wait a minute. The sexagenarian? Okay, I gotta look up what that is, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep it a book. If I don't know something, I look it up. Let's see. A sexarian, or sexagenarian, is a person who is 60 to 90 years old. Okay, we learned something new today. How many of y'all knew what that word meant before Virtual Door Live? I promise you, I did not know. With that being said, now that we know what a sexarian is, let's keep rolling. Kept up a youthful look with an all-black ensemble featuring tiny shorts and a thick black top. The low-cut top was open just enough to reveal her necklace with a large gold W on it, and she accessorized with several gold bracelets and rings. Wendy covered her legs with white fishnet stockings, and she wore stylish black high-top sneakers. She also had a brown Louis Vuitton cup holder or koozie for her glass bottle on her electric scooter, which she rode around the mall. She seemed to be in fairly good spirits for the outing, where she was spotted browsing some makeup displays before getting her hair done. On Monday, TMZ reported on the circumstances in which Wendy was allegedly moved to a more restricted part of her assisted living facility, which may have contributed to her lack of trips outside the building. So there she is there. According to an employee who is described as having had many interactions with Wendy since her arrival, she was initially given a room on the building's third floor where residents are allowed to come and go as they please. However, things went south early on in her tenure when she went up to the restaurant and bar located on the facility's top floor for an extended lunch. According to the employee, Wendy ordered several alcoholic drinks and was notably drunk for a significant amount of time. This is all alleged. The facility supervisors allegedly learned of the drunken escapade and were upset that she was served, as she reportedly had issues with problem drinking in the past. In response to the drunken lunch, Wendy was allegedly relocated to a new room on the memory unit on the facility's fifth floor because many of the occupants there suffer from dementia or other memory issues. They aren't able to use the elevator on their own. The new location meant Wendy was prohibited from going to the restaurant and drinking, though it's unclear if she was not supposed to leave the floor at all, or she can venture out with someone supervised rather. However, there was a hiccup with the reassignment as the memory unit didn't have any open rooms, so Wendy was allegedly forced to stay in her third floor room while employees guarded the door and prevented her from leaving. Let's see here. According to the Insider, employees at the facility lied to the talk show host and told her that the restaurant was closed for renovations despite being apparently open the entire time. After a few days, a room poorly opened up and she was able to be moved to the fifth floor, where she has remained ever since. The confinement and alleged falsehoods fed to Wendy are concerning, as the employee claims that her memory is not suffering. Wendy does not have good and bad days. She is the same all the time, they claim to TMZ. You can tell her something today, and 2 weeks later, she remember her memory is fine. On Wednesday, Wendy signed an affidavit in which she asked the judge overseeing her guardianship to end the guardianship case to end the arrangement. TMZ report in the legally binding document, Williams reportedly says she has regained capacity to function independently, and she says she no longer requires a guardian to oversee her. She has a guardianship overseen by Superior Morrisry, which was instituted in 2022. She still has several steps ahead of her before she can end the guardianship. However, the judge will ultimately need to be swayed by her if she hopes to regain her freedom. In order to do that, Williams will next attempt to prove that she doesn't have frontotemporal dementia, contrary to how doctors have previously diagnosed her. Right here, she averred in her affidavit that she was not suffering from the neurological condition. Sources told TMZ that she will be seeing a doctor on Tuesday for a new evaluation to hopefully confirm as much. So that would be today. She had her evaluation. Now, I have not seen any news, and you guys can let me know in the live chat if you guys have seen any news that she was cleared of her evaluation. Now, of course, I know that, Chronicle Speaks, who has been putting down the work on her channel, by the way, like, comment, share, subscribe to Chronicle Speaks. That's a beautiful sister right there. I know I would have gotten a notification from her. And I'm saying notification like, how YouTube sends out notifications, not like she DMs me personally. But y'all get what I mean. I would have saw a video from Chronicle Speaks. There would have been a sound that she would have got her evaluation free and cleared. Notably, frontotemporal dementia is a permanent and progressive condition. So the former Wendy Williams show host hopes that her apparent improvement in functioning will indicate that she could be suffering from the disease. Williams recently hired a new attorney to help her in the guardianship, and they were responsible for selecting the new doctor she will be seeing. Okay, that is good. So basically, her attorney that she hired to help in the guardianship is responsible. So if the attorney does what they're supposed to do and give all the intel, and Wendy, sticks to the assignment, the prompt, and finishes the mission, then she can be free, from what I'm gathering here. According to the publication sources, her attorney plans to file an emergency order to show cause the day after testing, which should force the judge to weigh in on ending the guardianship. She's hoping the judge will agree and end things there then and there, rather. But if they deny the request and keep the guardianship as it's currently constituted, Williams will allegedly request that her case go before a jury who can determine if she's able to care for herself and run her own finances without the need of guardian figure. Williams recently delved into the circumstances that she believes led her to being placed under a guardianship during a recent chat with TMZ. That is TMZ Presents Saving Wendy documentary, which you can find on Tubi. In an appearance on its Two Angry Men podcast, she revealed that she planned to travel down to Miami over the weekend, where several of her family members live, to celebrate her father's 94th birthday. The trip represents the first time in months that she'll be able to spend time with her family, but it will also mark a reunion with her son, Kevin Hunter Jr. And there's the white wench herself right there. We can just roll off her. Just saying, there is Kevin Jr. and Wendy there. Williams had previously revealed that her guardianship was kicked off after her bank Wells Fargo report that several large withdrawals had been made from her account seemingly without her authorization. She has claimed that her son Kevin and others made a withdrawal, though it's unclear if she thinks he was working with others to take her money. For his part, her son has denied any wrongdoing. My son, he overstepped his boundaries, Williams claimed in a video interview filmed from her window for the publication's new documentary Saving Wendy. He was inappropriately using my money without telling me crap about it. She said the alleged action caused the bank to freeze her account, which which stopped any potential stealing, but also left her without any access to her money. When asked who was influencing her financially, Williams began to cry and said, "My son's a really good person, but at this point, he's a horrible person to me." She continued. Williams went on to allege that other people might have been influencing her son and spending time with him at her apartment in Miami. Right here, she mentioned a fishy transaction in which Kevin had allegedly wanted to rent a boat for around $1,500 before allegedly renting on for $130,000, according to Wells Fargo, which he allegedly blamed the bank, though his mother didn't buy that explanation. According to documents obtained by TMZ, the judge overseeing Williams' case said in September 2024 that while Mr. Hunter, her son Kevin, apologized for his past mistakes and inappropriate behavior, the court is not convinced that he can keep her safe or willingly or unwillingly expose her to financial exploitation. Williams, knowing that she will be seeing her son at her father's birthday, assuming he shows up, "I will see him at a particular place, at a particular location. I don't want to say too much," she said, though she didn't care to say more about their current relationship. Woo! A lot going on there. Hello to the 6 people in the building. Glad to have you here. So here's the thing, right? Let's talk about this. Why in the flying hell is there alcohol being served at a recovery center? Can we please talk about that first? Can we please talk about that first? Why in the flying hell is there alcohol being served at a recovery center? I'm just asking questions. That's like putting a Coca-Cola addict in front of sugar and white cherry pixie stick powder and asking them to choose which one is the Coca-Cola. Like, are you serious? Are you serious with me? So Wendy allegedly was on the 3rd floor where she could move around. And so here's the thing, instead of being mad at Wendy, right, who served her? Because those are the people that deserve the smoke, not Wendy. Divine Virtuous Woman 0 says, move to memory care. They can usually have a few types of alcohol if approved, and they have happy hours sometimes too. Okay, see, I did not know that. But still, like, that doesn't make any really sense to me. She looks so happy. She does. Divine Virtuous Woman 0, by the way, she looks so happy came from my thoughts. Divine Virtuous Woman 0 says she may possibly have onset dementia. That doesn't mean she's a memory care unit person. The AL side can come and go as they wish, usually most of the time. So the alcohol side can come and go as they wish, usually most of the time. Divine Virtuous Woman also says it appears the facility put her there for safety reasons because of the driving. Dementia is not necessarily permanent. Alzheimer's is permanent. Any age can experience dementia. I pray she gets a good evaluation by doctors so she can have a productive life without unnecessary limitations. I fully agree with you. Hey, Sharon Godbolt, welcome in. Good to see you. Glad to have you here. And Divine Virtuous Woman 0 says it's assisted living. They can have freedoms with alcohol sometimes because residents' rights. Okay. And this is why we have conversations, right? They have residents' rights, and we have to follow laws, procedures, and policies. Well, thank you for the context, like I said, because that was my thinking. Like, okay, why is there alcohol at a recovery center if we're trying to get Wendy to recovery? That from the outside looking in. But this is why we communicate with each other, right? So appreciate that. I'm still pulling for Wendy, okay? Because that story coming out and her signing the affidavit before all that, and the evaluation supposedly being today, I hope that what happened did not hurt her evaluation, right? So there is all you need to know on Wendy Williams. Now, this next story I am so excited about. If you all remember, right, Chuck E. Cheese is coming out with a game show. And let me show y'all this here. We talked about it here on Virtual Tour Live, but I will show you guys this to catch you up before we get to the destination here. Here we go. This comes to us from ChuckECheese.com here. Chuck E. Cheese game show series in development with magical elves. Chuck E. Cheese arcade heroes will tap into nostalgia with physical competition for adults based on brand's iconic games. This came out January 16th of 2024. Chuck E. Cheese, the #1 family entertainment company loved by generations, announced today or that day a development partnership with Magical Elves, leading producer of award-winning nonfiction content, including Top Chef, Brain Games, and Nailed It, to create a game show series based on the brand's arcade experience. The series will leverage the global awareness of Chuck E. Cheese, tapping into a multi-generational fan base who has grown up with the brand. The format will feature standalone comedic physical challenges where duos of big kids, aka adults, will compete over supersized arcade games including pinball, air hockey, alley roller, skee ball, and the human claw. Oh, the clock. Hashtag Toy Story, in case you didn't know. The top ticket earning duo will get the chance to exchange their tickets for prizes off the massive version of the iconic Chuck E. Cheese prize ball. With a legacy spanning over 4 decades, Chuck E. Cheese has been an integral part of the family experience for both kids and adults across the world, said Melissa McLeanis, Vice President of Global Licensing, Media, and Brand Entertainment Development of Chuck E. Cheese. We are thrilled to be working with Magical Elves, whose deep expertise in unscripted content makes them the perfect partner to capture the wholesome competitive spirit tied to childhood memories and transform the Chuck E. Cheese experience to television. Chuck E. Cheese is the place where a kid can be a kid, but as grown adults, we still have dreams of rolling the arcade, taking on the iconic games we love, says Magical Elves co-CEOs Joe Sharon and Casey Crowley. We're excited to celebrate these legendary arcade games, plus the best of today, all with a supersized twist. The potential series is Chuck E. Cheese Entertainment's first entry into the unscripted format, and the most recent announcement from the Global Licensing, Media, and Entertainment Division. The new division has introduced several initiatives that Chuck E. Cheese expands its brand presence outside of the 4 walls, including a licensed merchandise program and original character content. The project was brokered by a creative arts agency. And then there is the phone number for the media contact, Alexandria Brady, right there. So, with that being said, now that you got the context that Chuck E. Cheese is trying to expand, check out this destination here from Nintendo Wire. Atari alumni, Chuck E. Cheese, to debut new mall arcade concept, Chuck's Arcade, utilizing retro 80s imagery. And by the way, I have to say the logo is right on point. Okay. But yes, the logo is so on point here. Here we go. It's probably been a minute since most of us has visited a Chuck E. Cheese. If you are a parent, it's a no-brainer. It's practically the birthday mecca. However, gamers most likely don't frequent a Chuck E. Cheese as a hangout spot or seriously think about it as an arcade. What makes this so fascinating is a single fact. Chuck E. Cheese is the largest operator of arcades in the world, having almost 50,000 games to their name. It was after all founded by Nolan Bushnell, creator of Atari. So it makes sense that they wanted to embrace this status further, right? Being a follower of, hang on. There we go. Sometimes articles jump, y'all. Being a follower of the brand and someone who is nostalgic for the 90s and Y2K era of Chuck E. Cheese, I was intrigued by a Simon's Mall listing for a new occupant named Chuck's Arcade. To my surprise, the Chuck being referred to is none other than Chuck E. Cheese himself, and the logo for this arcade features the 1992 rendering of his 1981 likeness and the styling of the 1984 logo. I went on to make a post sharing this info on the Chuck E. Cheese subreddit, and a few before me has spotted this info as well. So right here, Mall of Georgia, a Simon Mall, and let's go there now. Let's see, Mall of Georgia, Mall of Georgia. Okay, there we go. As y'all know, we're all about live in real time. Of course, you know, I never brought y'all a receipt that has come back null and void. But this is what we call context, conjecture, and connection over here. So let me see here. So explore. Okay, here, let's see here. So if I go down, make sure I'm seeing it before I show y'all. Oh, get that off. Thank you. Here it is. Here it is. Not Mall of America. That's in Minnesota. Right here, Mall of Georgia, Assignment Mall. Right here, Chuck's Arcade. Now, obviously, to get the permission from Chuck E. Cheese, had to be approved for this. It had to be. So it says right here, coming soon, arcade games for everyone. And as you can see there is the logo of Chuck's Arcade right there. So this will be at Mall of Georgia, in Georgia. Their location, by the way, is, let's see, about right here. So quadruple 3 Buford Drive, Buford, Georgia, 30519. So that's where Chuck's Arcade will be. Okay, right here. Let's go back to our destination. So here is the Chuck E. Cheese subreddit here. Then after that, says here, I was even more surprised that the listing for this new arcade already had a spot carved out in the Mall of Georgia in Buford, Georgia, and was said to be coming soon. Another listing for Pheasant Lane Mall, Nasha, New Hampshire, followed with the same info. So let's go there. Right here, click on stores. Let me scroll down. Okay, let me make sure that that's not okay. So it says right here, okay, now this says Chuck E. Cheese, right? So right, but wait a minute, hang on. So not the Chuck's Arcade logo, but Chuck E. Cheese, but it's the Chuck E. Cheese logo here. It says coming soon to Pheasant Lane Mall, Chuck's Arcade. Check back here for more information. So if I click that there, that takes me to Chuck E. Cheese Instagram. But let me type in Chuck's Arcade to see if they have. Nope. Here it is here, y'all. Let me be right back. Hang on. Let me see something on my phone. Hang on. Be right back. We're still live on tour. Like, comment, share, subscribe. What's up? Anyway, I'm back. The reason why I went to my phone is because sometimes, and it's really weird, I don't know why, but sometimes it'll show more on your mobile than your desktop. But either way, it just takes you to Chuck E. Cheese. But so we have two locations: Mall of Georgia and then Pheasant Lane Mall in New Hampshire. The location of Pheasant Lane Mall, of course, we all know it's in New Hampshire, but where's the address, you say? 310 Daniel Webster Highway, Nasha, New Hampshire 03060. Okay, now back to our destination here. No press release from Chuck E. Cheese Entertainment or prior indicator have been given that this was going to happen, but I had an idea as to what I was looking at. Back in 2022, Chuck E. Cheese Entertainment formed a new branch of the company, Chuck E. Cheese Entertainment Concept LP. This branch was created specifically to be the parent company of a new mall arcade concept called Fun Spot Arcade. Fun Spot Arcade. Interesting. Y'all know I try to connect everything, right? Fun Spots. Because I think I've heard of Fun Spot before. So right here. So this is called Fun Spot Orlando. They also have one in Georgia. Now, of course, you see how twisted this web is getting, right? Like I always say, if you understand the moves that are being made, you'll understand what's in front of you. So, let's see here. So they have right here, they have two locations, right? Oh, hang on. There we go. They have two locations here, Orlando and Kissimmee, Florida. Then I go back. And here's the fun parks here. So they have right here, Fun Spot, Orlando, Florida, Kissimmee, Florida, and Fayetteville, Georgia. Now, we don't know if, this new company from Chuck E. Cheese has a connection to Fun Spot. But when they said Fun Spot, that was the first thing that I thought of. A new mall arcade concept called Fun Spot Arcade. The arcade brand wouldn't have any ties to Chuck E. Cheese in its name or look. It wouldn't have pizza, birthday parties, or mascots. It was focused on being a small arcade mall concept, not dissimilar from Namco arcades. Pac-Man, by the way. I can recall from my childhood, like Aladdin's Castle, or more appropriately, Atari Family Fun Centers. So that's basically a Chuck E. Cheese there. I remember this particular this particular air hockey table, of course, that iconic photo right there. And then, of course, Studio C, where they had all the animatronics. And I remember that race car right there. That is the Sky Tubes, where kids would get stuck. My Lord Jesus. Fun times indeed. The Fun Spot Arcade was considered a prototype concept. It was and as such was trialed in a few different situations. The first of which was at a Holiday Inn Suites Resort Suites in Orlando, Florida in 2022, signaling the beginning of a hotel arcade management proposition. However, the first public acknowledgement of the brand's extension didn't come until September 2024 in the form of a press release regarding a Fun Spot Arcade opening at a Simon Moss location, Trumbull Mall in Trumbull, Connecticut. This was the first use of the name Fun Spot Arcade. The mission statement was to be all ages arcade rather than aim specifically at children like Chuck E. Cheese is. Okay, hang on one second. Let's look that up. So here is Fun Spot Arcade right here. And it came out here on the Connecticut Post September 15th of 2024. So Fun Spot Arcade opened at Trumbull Mall on September 6th, is owned by Chuck E. Cheese Entertainment, the parent company of Chuck E. Cheese. So let's go to Trumbull Mall. And right here, step into Fun Spot Arcade, the newest hotspot for entertainment and adventure. Whether you're a seasoned gamer or just looking for a fun way to spend your day, Fun Spot Arcade has something for everyone. Located conveniently in Trumbull Mall, our arcade is designed with kids, teens, and young adults in mind, featuring a thrilling mix of the latest video games, classic favorites, and interactive experiences that will keep you coming back for more. With state-of-the-art technology and a vibrant atmosphere, Fun Spot Arcade is a perfect place to challenge your friends, beat high scores, and unlock new adventures. It's not just an arcade; it's where fun meets excitement, and every visit is an unforgettable experience. Join us at Fun Spot Arcade at the Trumbull Mall. Get ready to play, compete, and have a blast. So they have been in the back room trying to expand. And here is Chuck E. Cheese wiki right here. It says here, locations currently open at Trumbull Mall in Trumbull, Connecticut. Tyrone. Now, how did Tyrone get a mall? Because you could not use her phone to call Tyrone. So how the hell did Tyrone get his own square? How did Tyrone get a mall in St. Petersburg, Florida? The mall at Rockingham Park in Salem, New Hampshire, Eastview Mall in Victor, New York, and Penn Square Mall in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And locations are planned for Berea Mall in Berea, California, and Chula Vista Mall in El Paso, Texas. As you can see here, founded September 6, 2024, owner Monarch Alternative Capital 2024, parent company CEC Chuck E. Cheese Entertainment Holdings LLC. And then here's the official website for Fun Spot Arcade, and there are all the locations there. They have a rechargeable card, of course, and as you can see there, Chuck E. Cheese Entertainment Concepts LP. This is why I do what I do. Context, conjecture, and connection is what we do over here. This is the first use of the name Fun Spot Arcade. Oh, I already read that. Fast forward to 2025, there are 5 Fun Spot Arcade locations at various Simon malls across the country. If you saw one, you'll never know it was owned by the same company that runs Chuck E. Cheese. That's where Chuck's Arcade comes in. It seeks to remedy that. It's an evolution of the Fun Spot Arcade concept into a brand that directly acknowledges Chuck E. Cheese while still being a mall arcade. When I made my Reddit post, I had no idea the interest generated would provide answers to what Chuck's Arcade was. Thanks to a thorough comment on my Reddit post from one Mark Hopfrin, Executive Vice President of Chuck E. Cheese Entertainment and Chief Marketing Officer for Chuck E. Cheese. I know what Chuck's Arcade is now. He had this to say in regards to my and several others' interest in that Mall of Georgia listing. Now, this is where the power of social media comes out for the good instead of the bad. The fact that the Executive Vice President of Chuck E. Cheese Entertainment and the Chief Marketing Officer for the whole company had to make a response goes to show that, listen, sometimes utilizing your fans can expand your social capital. Here we go. Hi, everyone. Here are a few answers to questions I've got about Chuck's Arcade. What is Chuck's Arcade? It's a new concept we're using for mall-based arcades. These are just arcades, no pizza, no live entertainment, no nostalgic artwork, and no animatronics. Why isn't it called Chuck E. Cheese? We're keeping the Chuck E. Cheese name for our family-focused venues designed for younger kids. Chuck's Arcade is aimed at older kids, teens, and adults. It's a fresh take while still giving a nod to Chuck. Is it retro or modern? The name, logo, and some of the decor will have a retro Chuck vibe, but the games themselves are cutting edge and totally modern. So think new school fun, not a nostalgia fest. Why is it called Chuck's Arcade? We felt that our original name, Fun Spot Arcade, did tie back to who we are. Chuck E. Cheese is actually the largest operator of arcades in the world. We almost have 50,000 games, and Chuck's Arcade is our way of bringing that expertise to new locations. The name connects it to us without confusing people into thinking it's a full-size Chuck E. Cheese. Why didn't you use a look reminiscent of PTT branding? We appreciate our history and love the chance to create something that has ties back to it. The look is meant to harken back to our past while it's still embracing the modern gaming experience that today's gamers are looking for. It's a little nod to where we came from while staying focused on where we're headed. Is Chuck's Arcade exclusive to Simon Moss? It's not, but Simon Moss is a great partner. We're looking forward to opening the first Chuck's Arcade at the Mall of Georgia in Beaufort. So there you have it. If you're out and about and knows Chuck E. Cheese face placed in a place it wasn't previously, you're being beckoned to a new arcade. While it's interesting that the brand and aesthetic are decidedly retro, the games being modern and cutting edge makes sense. Perhaps this could be the start of Chuck E. Cheese more closely integrating its nostalgic roots into its modern brand. And maybe one day we'll even get arcade focus on more classic arcade games and possibly bring the tokens and tickets back. There is, after all, a giant space invader mural adorning every modern Chuck E. Cheese walls. Will you be visiting a Chuck's Arcade? First of all, shout out to Matthew Powers there, and shout out to Matthew Powers for taking a swing there to get, by the way, let me just give Matthew Powers his credit there, to have Mark Cuprin, the executive vice president of CDC Entertainment and chief marketing officer for the whole company of Chuck E. Cheese, to respond. I think that personally, this is absolutely a great thing. Because here's the thing, right? Dave & Buster's is going to do what they're going to do. And Main Event Entertainment is going to do what they're going to do. And Urban Air Adventure Parks is going to do what they're going to do. There's Surge Entertainment Parks from Drew Brees and many other family entertainment centers. Why not Chuck E. Cheese expanding? Because here's the thing, even though we grow up, we are still kids at heart. It's just like the Toys R Us revival. Now, I know, you're gonna be like, you know what, hang on. You know what, this is what I'm going to do. Because I just got like that. Hang on 1 second. You know what? I might have to download this video for every time that I have an idea. But for those of you who are nostalgic, I know you lying. Okay, we'll talk about that. Pause it here. Hey, Jimmy Neutron, can you help me, brother? I think my media brain is about to be braining.
Come on. Think.
Come on. Wait. There it is. Thank you, good sir. Now, of course, as you guys know, Toys R Us is in the middle of a revival. You know Funko Pops. There's a new company called Thrill Joy, which is a new collectibles company by the creator of Funko Pops. GameStop has gotten into collectibles. So this is just me having a brain blast. Maybe if you combine a Toys R Us with new toys from Toypreneurs and some exclusive Toys R Us exclusives combined with a Chuck's Arcade, boom, and a boom. I'm just saying. Okay there. Let me catch up on some more comments here. She's not at a rehab center, which is what she may be. Which may be what she needs instead. Absolutely. That was on Wendy Williams. I love Chuck E. Cheese. 2, when I have to take family to a children's event, I do Dave & Buster's and Stars and Strikes 2. Yes, that's another one. Round 1 Entertainment as well. I think that Namco Entertainment also has their own thing. As well, their own family entertainment center. Lord Atari, the Changer generation started playing that game playing station back in the day. Laugh at that brand. We also have Fun Spot 2. I've been to both. The family loves it. Braylon, did he come up with this because adults still like playing games? I wonder. No, Matthew Powers didn't come up with that, but he did find this intel that was supposed to be exclusive. So Matthew Powers is a nerd like Braylon Lee's a nerd. 10 likes, 3 in the chat. Braylon's virtual tours appreciates his tours and for enjoying his tourism destinations. Enjoy. Absolutely. So just imagine Toys R Us and Chuck E. Cheese teaming up, because think about it. If you can create a big enough Toys R Us that can fit a Chuck's Arcade, now you have 2 audiences. So now you have people who may come to Toys R Us to play games. And then after you get done playing those games, now you can go buy a toy. And then you have 2 audiences feeding into each other. I'm just saying, Toys R Us or Chuck E. Cheese, I'm available. You know, I listen. I ain't got nothing else to do well except virtual tour. You know, just that's a part of the brand. But I'm just saying, I think that would be a good idea. Don't think so? A Toys R Us combined with a Chuck's Arcade. A Toys R Us combined with a Chuck's Arcade. And not to mention too, like I said, Funko Pops and Thrill Joys and, you know, collectibles are huge for adults. And also too, you can have merchandise, t-shirts and hats and hoodies and cups and, you know, lounge fly backpacks. Like this could be a thing. This could be a thing. The grown-ups be playing at Chuck E. Cheese too. I did see somebody have a throwback birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese, and I thought it was the funniest thing ever. So yes, indeed. There. Yes, indeed. Don't you just love our show? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. There. By the way, let's roll on here as we have more Virtual Tour Live coming at you right from the space right here, right now. From Theme Park Insider, from Robert Niles, the editor, do theme parks still need franchises? Is this franchise era coming to an end in studio entertainment? And if so, what will that mean for theme parks? Disney's Captain America Brave New World opened to nearly $200 million in the global box office last week, but reviews have been mixed at best, leading to concern that ticket sales will drop swiftly for the latest installment in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The MCU has been the most successful franchise in film history by total box office, but it has been losing momentum since the conclusion of the Infinity Saga. Looking at other film franchises, and the MCU has plenty of company with recent struggles, Disney has scuttled. Hang on, is there a way to close this out? No? Okay, we'll just roll with it, y'all. Okay, there we go. Yes, looking at other film franchises, and the MCU has plenty of company with recent struggles. Disney has scuttled many Star Wars movie plans since The Rise of Skywalker bombed with critics and underwhelmed at the box office. The Wizarding World abandoned its Fantastic Beasts series after a less than expected performance, although the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Ministry of Magic is based off of the Fantastic Beasts series, by the way. DC is rebooting after Black Adam, the disaster that was. But public sentiment for the upcoming Spider-Man film might be as much morbid curiosity for how James Gunn can save this troubled franchise as it is genuine excitement. James Bond is dead in the water at the moment. Jurassic World has a new film this summer too, but the Rebirth title suggests that help is needed there too. Fast and Furious appears to be coming to an end with its next film. It's a tough market for big-time intellectual property right now. So what does this have to do with theme parks? Maybe a decline in big franchise popularity. This provides an opportunity for parks to create some original stories again. Epic Universe will open with plans devoted to 2 film franchises, Harry Potter and How to Train Your Dragon. A third will feature Nintendo. while the park's fourth land will be themed to Universal's classic monsters. Dark Universe promises original stories featuring the characters that made Universal Studios, and that's a big reason why so many fans are excited for it. Universal is also starting up plans for a new park in the United Kingdom. Universal has not had an official theme park presence in Europe since the Port Ventura days, but the UK has been the big market for the Universal Orlando Resort, so it's not like people in Britain are unfamiliar with Universal parks and attractions. Perhaps this might provide an opportunity for Universal to do something different in Britain, and maybe instead of duping up another Minion Land, rather Fast and Furious coaster and Jurassic World ride, maybe Universal could explore some stories it has not already told in other parks. I'm hearing that Universal will not have Harry Potter rights in the United Kingdom. That is interesting, because you would think that would make the most sense. For those of you who don't know, J.K. Rowling is a United Kingdom resident, and she was born and raised in the United Kingdom. And Harry Potter, its foundation is based off of London. So I'm surprised that may not be happening with that. That's a huge intellectual property that a lot of people would do. Plus, not only that, the cool thing about Universal is that they have exclusive wands. So the wands that you can only get in Hollywood, you can't get in Orlando. The ones that you only get in Orlando, you can't get in Hollywood. The ones that you can only get in Singapore is only in Singapore. The ones only in Japan are in Japan. So imagine having UK exclusive wands that you have to fly to the UK to actually get. I'm just saying. I likely am dreaming here. I would love to see parks follow up the franchise era with a new focus on locally tailored storytelling. The UK has much to offer, from the Arthur legend to Robin Hood to plenty of those monsters that Universal loves so much. This would be an outstanding location for a new era of theme park theming to begin. Obviously, parks are never going to turn away from the franchises listed above. They all continue to enjoy tens of millions of fans around the world, and parks have new and original stories within these IP yet to create and explore. But why limit designer storytelling to intellectual property that might have their best days behind them? Why not try to get ahead and offer what could be the next big thing? So to answer Robert Niles' questions, I think that theme parks do still need franchises, but they need franchises as a resource, not the source. As a resource, but not the source. As a resource, but not the source. And Robert Niles forgot one very important mark. This one. Here. Here it is here. Industrial Park, ladies and gentlemen. How to Train Your Dragon, Out on a Bird. Stardust Racers. Just imagine when all this is like done and lit up. Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic. As we're going through the fly-through here, Dancing Fountain. Constellation Carousel. The Atlantic Restaurant there, which, by the way, yes, you will be surrounded by water, and that is inside there is based on a Victorian steampunk aquarium thing. Super Nintendo World portal there. And of course, the big mama, the big daddy, the big kahuna, the big everything dark universe right there. Blue Dragon Asian restaurant there. And then as we turn to the Grand Helios Hotel, and then right there is Epic Universe opening May 22nd, 2025. So Robert Niles forgot about Celestial Park. I'm sure that was not on purpose. But I think what this is going to do is it's going to make other theme parks wake up to be like, okay, are we leaning so much on intellectual property that we forgot our role in theme parks to bring out the themes of the possibilities of what can be? Because if you're leaning more into exploring intellectual properties and just bringing to life from what you've seen into reality, then what's the point? I mean, there's a whole, y'all don't remember, what was it called? Roller Coaster Tycoon, Planet Coaster. There's already virtual world building where you can make anything, right? So instead of taking what we've seen and making it real, do what you're supposed to do and be original. So like I said, intellectual properties are never going to go away because the merchandising, the fan base, and not to mention the diversification of how those intellectual properties can reach fans. But also too, I think that these theme parks being able to take a swing of creating something new might just bring people back. Because if I can see it on TV, if I can see it in movies, if I can see it in merchandising, if I can see it live on tour, or if I can just go to my laptop, my phone, my tablet, I can pull it up at any time, what's the point of me going to the parks? Disney World and Universal and any theme park really was created to bring you experiences that you had to go and see. So if I'm seeing everything, then it deflates the excitement for me going to the parks. So that is my take on let me make sure I get his name right. Robert Niles. That's my take on Robert Niles' article there. But a great article though. I fully agree there. Let's look at some of the comments here. Hot take, they could also create new IPs again. It's sad to think rides like Haunted Mansion, Pirates of the Caribbean, or It's a Small World rather would never get greenlit today. The best themed environments are those that would have succeeded regardless if they were based on a pre-sale intellectual property. The original Disneylands were themed to franchises popular at the time, but have been proven timeless due to the quality of execution. In that same vein of modern successful lands like Dinosaur Zoo, Magic School, Alien Outpost, Route 66, and probably Dragon Island will work regardless of the popularity of the books and movies upon which they're based, a bit on a smaller scale. I agree it would be smart for both regional and destination parks to create original IP with the potential to be evergreen regardless of how many tickets or books are sold or how often a franchise entry is streamed. I get why they got for intellectual property, and sometimes it works. But yes, old school to wish more original takes. I really thought Isles of Adventure worked better with original Tales for Dueling Dragons and such, and missed some of the original things for Epcot. Probably not happening yet. Some potential there. Train of thoughts here. When was the last non-IP attraction for Universal and Disney? Rip Ride, Rocket, Mission Space, Test Track. SeaWorld needs more intellectual property, even though they do have great nonfiction edutainment offerings. I appreciate Epic is going to have Celestial. Theme park fanboys and fangirls and fan visuals like us will go to theme parks and appreciate rides regardless of source material and judge the ride based on its merits. Basic casual normals will go to a park based on intellectual property. Parks need to do both. If I'm Disney Universal, I'm hedging my bets and building out my great rides around my stories. Have my cake and eat it too. Last thought, give Figment his own Disney Plus series and update the damn ride. I feel you there. The last original attraction from Disney that was not tied to intellectual property was Mystic Manor. Enough said. While I might have not read it in person, it is the primary reason Hong Kong is on so many bucket lists. Original characters that makes the score. Intellectual property appeals to fans of a franchise while alienating guests who have little or no exposure to it. And that is a critical part that Sarah Warner is saying, is that what's the point of this intellectual property that everybody's going to if I don't care about it? Now, if you create something original where everybody has the time to envelop themselves and you build your base over time, then regardless or not, that fandom will help each other build up the energy of that creation, of that intellectual property that y'all created. Original creations invite everyone to ride and decide for themselves whether it gains a place in their hearts. I would love to see original concepts return, no matter how much okay, this has been one I have thought about for a while. There are two options. One, movies do horribly at theme parks will gradually move on to non-intellectual property, which is great for us theme park fans because regular people and the theme park itself will suffer because most people go to theme parks to enter the worlds of the movie. I mean, just look at Harry Potter. Sorry, Dually Dragon fans. I can see how non-intellectual property rides can be good. I just don't think people want to visit a land that they don't know, or visit a land with characters they know and love, and get to visit a world that they have only seen in dreams. For example, compare Alton Towers, which is a overseas park, by the way, chock full of non-intellectual property lands and attractions. Everyone who has visited Alton love it, but compared to Universal and Disney, they like IP because of the story connection to them. Heck, even a Percy Jackson land would be uber popular. We grade things on their thrill or excitement level, but other people got to the parks because of the IP, or go to the parks because of the IP, and then grade the rides. The second, and probably the more likely option, sorry, is that we're in a dry spell right now, and we'll resume with some of the best and most technologically advanced attractions in the world due to competition from Epic and high world class lands and stores connected with them. Maybe someday, not so far in the future, instead of reading a book or watching a movie to go into a world, you go to a theme park. No Harry Potter. It sounds like an opportunity for Discworld. Can I dream? Can't I? I think the Waterworld show at Hollywood proves a great experience. Is it made by great intellectual property? I think non-IP lands and attractions are important to allow a park to stay evergreen in the face of changing tastes and societal norms. But ultimately, I think modern parks need known IP in order to draw enough guests to truly be successful. Universal's taking a big risk by putting their non-IP land front and center Epic Universe, forcing guests to walk through Celestial Park to reach the 4 intellectual property themed portals. To be fair, Celestial Park is a very pretty place with rather loose theming, similar to how Disneyland has Main Street, not tied to an IP, but very important and iconic. It will just be a pretty place to walk through on the way to the actual lands. If it had in-your-face lore that's not just a pretty park owned by higher beings with portals, and something with a story heavy as the other intellectual property in the park, we would probably have a problem. It only has 2 rides, and none of them have a real story that follows an arc. Russell, I think the bigger risk for Universal with Epic is that visitors don't see Celestial Park as a land, but simply as a transit and dining area. The fact that it will have only 2 attractions will reinforce this view. As such, I don't think Celestial Park is as such a risk, because it will keep that sense of otherness going between portals. But guess who have been promised 5 lands, who have read up on what they contain, i.e. most visitors may feel a little disappointed regardless of how stellar those 4 remaining lands are. Dave Brown, regardless of how stellar those 4 remaining lands are, because of the Stellar Nova Resort. I see what you did there. Original ride can be the basis for a successful intellectual property with Pirates of for a successful intellectual property, as occurred with Pirates of the Caribbean. The failure of Haunted Mansion was more likely awful screenplays than a demand. A quality Country Bears movie could do easily as well, or better than the Paddington franchise. Now, I don't know. My mama loves Paddington. Also, La Renee Creole, so I don't know. Paddington has an audience. There's a lot of theme parks out there that make limited that make limited, if any, use of outside intellectual property and still provide a fantastic experience. So no, theme parks do not need franchises to survive. However, in order to create a multi-day theme park resort that attracts people from a long distance away and encourages them to spend several days on the property, something beyond simple thrill rides and basic concepts of a theme is required. That's why Disney and Universal lean so heavily on intellectual property. They're going after a broader audience that includes a sizable portion of people who are visiting the properties first and a little second. Intellectual property is the easiest way to get people into the gate, and it's why the big players get twice the visitation of even the most noble regional theme parks. Does that intellectual property need to come in the form of a film franchise, a streaming series? No, but when parks are run by companies that in that business, that it's the most natural fit. And I know this is off topic, but I'm actually new to this community. Is there any advice you can give me? Perhaps some lingo. You're new to this community, but yet you gave this, and also you gave this dissertation, but you're new to the community. Okay. All right. Moving on. Let's see. I think we're almost done here. Yep. We got 2 more comments here. Okay. I think intellectual property will always have a place in theme parks. Honestly, Universal's original park was built on the foundation of movies and recognizable properties. Jaws, E.T., Back to the Future, King Kong, A-Team, Backdraft, American Tail. There's a built-in audience there, but there's also the merch. Intellectual property branded merchandise can go far beyond originals. In fact, originals must endure the test of time before really capitalizing on merch, Haunted Mansion, and Pirates. Their highs and lows. But again, looking at Universal in an odd way, they were always set up to constantly change intellectual property. So there's a blueprint on how to proceed when something falls out of favor with the public. Epic Universe fans, welcome to Theme Park Insiders, a great community with cool people. In terms of lingo, you'll definitely pick up along the way. Haha, intellectual property. So you see the mix of comments there that it seems that the comments and I are in agreement. Hey, Justine Bow, welcome in. It seems like me and the comments are in agreement here that yes and no, which is why I told y'all before I read the comments that yes, you need franchises to survive, but you also need to be original to sustain the theme park. So we're going to take a little commercial break, and when we come back, we got Disney on deck. We got Major League Baseball, cable networks, Uber, and Megan Thee Stallion. We are live on tour. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We'll be back right after this.
Yeah, we hustle all day. Yeah, we're working, let me play. You know me, work real hard, now we're ready, let's play. Ay, hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go, yeah. Hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, yeah, jump into the flow. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, yeah, jump into the flow. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, yeah, jump into the flow. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, yeah, jump into the flow. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder.
For Ramirez? Wingstop's triple meal deal. 6 classics, 6 boneless, and 2 tenders with 2 dips and a large fry for just $17.99. Get yours delivered today at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. For Ramirez? Wingstop's triple...
Welcome to Copeland's.
Copeland's is not just some fancy place for your big night out. In fact, there's no occasion too big. Or if you like, too small. Copeland's. There's always something good.
Sweet morning, I want to love you, and
I was playing the shame. You were my best value. I come from Memphis. Our son is your son. Welcome to the celebration. We all we got. I'll see that. Don't you leave here today with happiness. I want you to leave here with joy.
Open your eyes.
Think of the one place you've always wanted to see.
This is where our magic comes from?
They say if you dream a thing more than once,
Please, please, please.
it's sure to come true.
Everything you see exists together in the great circle of life.
There are stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it.
In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun.
I told you she was tricky.
Life is full of possibilities. What do you want to be remembered for?
The world is in our hands, and we gotta do something with it.
I just want to say a word of thanks to all the artists, the workers, and all of you. The young and the young in heart. You helped make this dream come true.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Hey, I'm loving y'all right back. Welcome back into Braylon's Virtual Tour Live. So much. Well, let me take that. Let me flip it, reverse it, wind back. I love you so much. I had to tell you twice. Welcome back in to Braylon's Virtual Tour Live. Glad to have all of you here. Let me just say hi to a couple of people. Yes, indeed. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the show on this good Tuesday. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeed. Let me make sure I say hello to Ed, Lottie, Dottie, and everybody. Yes, indeed there. Okay. All right. I think I got everybody there. All right. Let's get back to our destinations here. So I utilized that Disney commercial to get us to our next destination here. This comes to us from Disney Tourist Blog as it pops up here. From Disney Tourist blog.com, a great Disney World. Now, these used to be for free, but then you had to pay. But then they had new ones, and now, well, here it is. There. It's the end of an era for magic bands at Walt Disney World. This discusses the decline of Disney's magic bands, what led to the absence of OG magic bands in the pre-arrival discount purchase program, and why we don't recommend first-timers purchase the wearable and other thoughts. We'd be remiss if we didn't start in the same spot as several recent articles. Retreading ground previously covered in Walt Disney World is worried about its high prices and that progeny of posts. The company has internal concerns about Disney alienating the middle class, with growing fears about how price increases and unpopular decisions are angering fans and losing guest goodwill. As we point out, it's not just price increases, it's those coupled with corresponding cuts, nickel and diming, and other ways the guest experience has been diminished. Price isn't only the only or perhaps even primary concern is the value proposition, which has taken hits in both directions. There have been a few nails in the proverbial coffin of magic bands at Walt Disney World. The devices were once ubiquitous in the parks because they were given away free to all Walt Disney World Resort Hotel guests. This on-site perk was eliminated in January 2021. Rather, it was one of several soft resets to the guest experience that was announced in mid-2020 before the parks even reopened. Walt Disney World retiring the complimentary Magic Man distribution program and switching to a pre-arrival discount was announced in the exact same press release as Disney Park Pass reservation system. This bombshell came after only a couple of weeks after the retirement of FastPass Plus and extra magic hours, as well as the suspension of the Disney dining plan. So basically, extra magic hours is where you could be in the park for up to an extra 3 hours after the park closed, or you can go to the park an hour early. But now it's only available for people that are staying at deluxe resorts, right? So there is that there. FastPass Plus, by the way, let me get FastPass Plus up here. So FastPass back in the day was where you could, put your ticket in this machine and you'll get like a time of when you could, come back for a ride. So right here, FastPass Plus was a system that allowed guests to reserve and plan a visit to parks at Walt Disney World. Reservations were available for select attractions, character greetings, entertainment, and viewing areas for parade and fireworks. And the Disney dining plan pretty much was a way for you to not have to pay out of your own pocket for dining, because, dining can cost at Disney. Suffice to say, it was a big news month. Between all of that and the phase reopening and the end of free magic bands was probably the least consequential news. There was plenty of fans who were and still are upset, but Disney flooded the zone with negative news. And it was difficult to be equally upset about all that, although some fans tried. Disney World sunset the complimentary Magic Band distribution program garnered the least backlash by far. That's because that's the part that fans would still and $5 each when discounted for pre-arrivals. So now you are able to utilize your pass right here on your iPhone or your Samsung watch. I don't know about third-party watches. The next big blow was the introduction of the Magic Mobile service at Walt Disney World via the My Disney Experience app. This roughly coincided with the sunset of free Magic Bands in early 2021. Magic Mobile can be added to your Android, iPhone, Apple Watch digital wallet once enabled. It was somewhat similar to a Magic Band with most features working by simply holding up your smart device near an access point. It can be used to enter theme parks, connect PhotoPass images to your account, enter lightning lanes, and more. Magic Mobile didn't have a seamless rollout, but it has worked flawlessly for us in the last few years. As someone who already wears an Apple Watch, I typically don't wear a Magic Band now because I don't like wearing two wearables on my wrist, and the Magic Band is mostly redundant to what's offered by Magic Mobile without needing a standalone device. So that is the Magic Band there, and you're able to engage with the land around you. I think that is at Galaxy's Edge, if I'm not mistaken. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Possibly in response to this reality and wanting to distinguish Magic Bands from Magic Mobile, Disney introduced Magic Band Plus a couple years ago. From the time it was announced, our fear with Magic Band Plus that was going to repeat the mistakes of the made with Magic Glow with the show Boondoggle. In a nutshell, that's to say that Disney would invest a ton of money in developing new wearable tech and push it as hard as possible to recoup the cost, only to see it flop with fans. Judging by the thousands of Magic Band Plus that were given away to Disneyland fans and how few of the devices we see in the Walt Disney World parks compared to the OG Magic Bands only less than 5 years ago, it's safe to say that Magic Band Plus has not been the success that Disney envisioned. The newest generation of the device was probably the knockout punch for both the regular old Magic Bands, known officially as Magic Band 2.0. When you take time passing by the technology, Magic Mobile offering a suitable alternative to many guests for free, and Magic Band Plus being met with an icy response from most fans, it's not surprising to see fewer guests wearing Magic Bands in the parks. Of course, one big factor that cannot be overlooked is the cost. What was once free for everyone staying on site now comes with a charge. The minimum is $25, and there are upgrade options costing as much as $45. If you want anything other than a plain color, the price is at least $35. You're arguably better off just waiting for a sale at the Disney store, which also has a better selection. That brings us to the main point of this post. Here's the current selection of the pre-arrival Magic Band discount upgrade options for on-site guests as of mid-February 2025. So you have Stormtroopers Magic Band, my first visit, Magic Band Plus Silver Glitter, Jungle Cruise, Ombre Orange, Winnie the Pooh, Mickey Mouse and Friends Play in the Park, Figment Magic Band, Rose Gold Glitter. Then you have, of course, a Red Magic Band, Dark Side Lightsaber, Honey Pot, Tinkerbell Green, Gray, Alice in Wonderland Navy Magic Band, and Star Wars Women of the Galaxy Magic Bands. Those are all the Magic Bands that you can get. As of mid-February 2025, there are 17 pre-arrival options, which is historically low. Last year, we saw 25 to 40 choices on average. That's far fewer than the all-time peak of 82 Magic Bands. This is notable in part because there has been very little turnover in the new Magic Band Plus options. About 2/3 of the designs were also available when we last updated the list 6 months ago, and many of those were there 6 months before that. We're seeing very little turnover, which is probably because Magic Band Plus has flopped, or because the pre-arrival discount has a low uptake, or a mixture of both. Notably, for the first time ever, there is not a single regular old Magic Band 2.0 available via Walt Disney World's pre-arrival discount program. So there it is there. So what they end up doing is they actually used to send you these to your house. So that way, when you got in the park, automatically you can get into the park. That used to be free. Now you have to pay for it. While the writing has been on the wall for a while due to a dearth of new designs, this more or less rather confirms what we long suspected. The OG dumb Magic Band is dead. A quick search of the Disney store would seem to confirm the same. There are plenty of Magic Band Plus designs for $35 to $65, but zero regular old Magic Bands. It's been ever long since I've seen the regular Magic Bands being sold in one of the gift shops at Walt Disney World. This is unfortunate. Not only does the Magic Band 2.0 appear to be dead, but these price points are only going to accelerate the demise of Magic Bands, period, at Walt Disney World. While I'm sure there are some collectors who still purchase them, the same could have been said for Vinyl-mations. Vinyl-mations was so cool. It was like Mickey Mouse, but they had like all these different designs. They also had life-size Vinyl-mations. It was like pin collecting, but on a whole nother level, or any number of now extinct product lines that once had loyal fan following. So there is a Figment Magic Band, $44.99, down $14 to $34.99 pre-arrival price. The high cost can make the Magic Band cost prohibitive for many guests, especially on top of every other expense. If you have a budget with visiting Walt Disney World, tough choices need to be made when spending on splurges. If you have to choose between Magic Band designs for everyone in your park, using Magic Mobile and regular old key to the world cards for kids and older guests without smartphones, watches, and buying Lightning Lane multi-pass at Disney's Hollywood Studios, the decision should be a no-brainer. Magic Band Plus is a minimum value add, whereas LLMP is hugely advantageous. The story is the same with just about any upcharge or even other random souvenirs. I can wear a sweatshirt, t-shirt, or a hat in the real world. Ditto, coffee cups and Therese mugs. Magic Band Plus is dead weight at home. Not only that, but Magic Band Plus is minimally useful in parks, and mini games are somewhat enjoyable, although perhaps more so from a people watching perspective thanks to all the arm flailing. But they're arguably a poor use of limited vacation time and the decreased utilization rate of Magic Bands, all but ensures rather that Disney won't throw away good money after bad by investing more resources to create new ones, hopefully. Okay, I think we're almost done there. Yeah, okay. All right, here. I'm honestly surprised that Disney even bothered to roll out Magic Band Plus at Disneyland and Disney Cruise Line, or that they continue to add effects into shows and elsewhere. Maybe this is a matter of the company knowing more than me, and Magic Band Plus being a quiet success rate. I doubt it. More likely is that they want to recoup / spread out some of the development costs committed to the expansion years ago when they expected it to be a big hit, or are still somehow holding out hope it will gain traction. I don't know why technology doesn't exactly get better with time. Again, this has shades of glow with the show. Despite that flopping internationally and finding limited success when it was a mill stateside, Disney kept trying to make it a thing for years. In doing so, they dedicated wasted valuable retail space to promote a product that was DOA, dead on arrival. The good news is that in light of all of the above, Magic Band Plus will probably continue to be sold for at least the next few years. As with the OG Magic Band, the devices will likely continue to be supported long after that. Just as you can still use a Magic Band 2.0 from ages ago, you probably still be able to use Magic Band Plus from launch in 2030. Right there, that is the sword and the stone there. If you pull that out, you become like king or queen for the day. That's great for fans who already own Magic Bands, but nevertheless, we recommend that most new guests do not buy Magic Band Plus devices, especially aimed at first-timers who don't have any sentimentality for the wearables and might otherwise be swayed by fans who have outside nostalgia for the devices that is based largely on the perceptions of Magic Bands from over 5 years ago, not a clear cost-benefit assessment of the wearables today. As of 2025, the Magic Bands are simply not worth the high prices. The free alternatives function nearly as well, and the opportunity cost of allocating a portion of your vacation budget to Magic Band Plus as opposed to something else will seldom make sense. It's for this reason that Magic Bands made our list of the worst waste of money at Walt Disney World. That's why I bought my last Magic Band, no matter how much I might have liked the fitment design above. All of this is bound to be controversial, unpopular with longtime diehard fans, and I get that. It breaks my heart just a little bit to write this. We started using Magic Bands since the original pilot program over a decade ago and have a lot of nostalgia for the wearables and simpler times that they represent. I was even excited for Magic Band Plus and was hoping it would reinvigorate the devices. Instead, it did the opposite. Magic Band Plus isn't just a good device, it was the death knell for the OG Magic Bands. To be clear, we're not suggesting that no one should use Magic Bands. If you already own one, more power to you. I've had an OG Magic Band from a decade ago that's still going strong. What we're saying is that very few people should purchase new ones given the $25 to $65 cost and limited functionality over the free Magic Mobile. Even if you're tech averse, there's also a free key to the world card, which is literally just a piece of plastic. And there's a fireworks Magic Band. I honestly can't even fault Walt Disney World for this one. We have been staunch critics of the end of Magical Express and recently reaffirmed our take that eliminating was a colossal mistake. That was an unforced error and an instance of Walt Disney World making a short-sighted decision as opposed to playing the long game. Sunset Magic Bands is the opposite of that. Time passed them by years ago. Magic Bands were arguably obsolete within a year or two of first being released, and if not by then, once smartphones gained greater market share among Americans, specifically Walt Disney World core demographics, the biggest thing that kept Magic Bands relevant until 2021 was Walt Disney World distributing them to so many guests for free or building them into the cost of the room. So there is all the Magic Bands there. It's understandable that many guests, especially especially technology averse ones who disagree with this, it likewise makes sense that fans push back on all the cost cut, nickel and diming, etc. As a matter of principle, if we give Disney an inch, they'll take a mile. I certainly don't like losing perks. At the same time, we're now several years removed from the decision to end free magic bands, so I should be able to safely admit that I think it was the right call. There's no such thing as a free lunch, and providing a magic band with every on-site hotel stay was incredibly wasteful on balance. If anything, I think the truly wrong call here was throwing good money after bad, making the Magic Band Plus, as I'm highly skeptical that it even managed to recoup its development costs. It wasn't worse product than its predecessor. If Walt Disney World was going to offer only one style Magic Bands, it should be the cheaper and dumber ones. Basically, they retired the wrong version of the product. So, all that being said, or Magic Band Plus at Walt Disney World, what do you think of the decline of wearables at Walt Disney World? Do you think the Magic Band Plus is worth the money, or is there better ways to allocate limited vacation budgets? Think Disney made a mistake by sunsetting the free Magic Bands for on-site stays, or was it the right call? Do you agree or disagree with our assessment? Any questions we can help you answer? Hearing your feedback, even when you disagree with us, it's both interesting to us and helpful to other readers, so please share your thoughts below in the comments. Well, first of all, what a long article. Just looking back here. Okay. So, what do I think about this? There was a thing back in the day, right? There was a thing back in the day, and I'm gonna pull it up now because y'all know I'm a Disney aficionado. As I pull this up, if there was a way to save the Magic Band program, which, honestly, to tell you the truth, now here's the thing: technology costs billions and billions of dollars. It's not even the physical item that's expensive; it's the tech inside the physical item that's expensive. But there was this thing called Pal Mickey. Okay, now this was an item here that was previously sold at Walt Disney World. And so what Pal Mickey was able to do back in the day was you could be anywhere in the park, right? As you can see here, it acted like a tour guide, sharing park tips, fun facts, and jokes, and played 3 different games. So you can use this anywhere in the park, and it will tell you like times and, you know, interact with you all throughout your vacation. So if there was a way, right, to have your Magic Band be the new Pal Mickey, where if you could, you know, put your Magic Band onto those different Magic Band stations and get fun facts about where you are in the park, then that would be a cool throwback to Pal Mickey. But once again, that's what we call creativity. And Disney's creativity right now is few and far in between. So yeah. But that's my take on it. Oh my Lord, that was a long article. That was a very, very long article. Yes, indeed. Hello, Divine Virtuous Woman. From Justine Bow, Divine Virtuous Woman 0 says, welcome tourists to Braylon's Virtual Tours. Please like, subscribe, and share with others. Always enjoy the tourism of the destinations. Braylon appreciates your support and presence too. Always do. Always do. So that's just a little bit about Disney there. I think that was probably the best way I could give my take on it. And yeah, 2 more now. Okay, yeah, those are some long comments there. I think y'all got the point about the Magic Bands. And there's 156 comments to the end of an era for Magic Bands at Walt Disney World. I'm not reading 156 comments, okay? No. In the words of Melody Cherie Rogers, I'm not about to play the piano with y'all at the DisneyTouristBlog.com. I'm not about to do it. Let me see what our next destination is here. Our next destination is Major League Baseball. Yes, indeed. I'm so excited to bring y'all this story. Saw this Thought it'd be really cool to showcase this to you. So the Little Rock-based Mariners affiliate to honor the legacy of the Little Rock Nine. This came out yesterday from Benjamin Hill. The Little Rock Nine sounds like it could be the name of a baseball team playing in Arkansas's capital city. And for 3 nights of the 2025 season, it will be. The story behind the name transcends baseball. However, from August 21st to the 23rd, the Arkansas Travelers, Seattle's Double-A affiliate, will commemorate a tumultuous and ultimately triumphant moment in civil rights history. In 1957, Little Rock was at the center of a social and political maelstrom. A group of black high school students, the Little Rock Nine, enrolled at Little Rock Central High School in an attempt to desegregate the school system. The state powers that be prevented the students from entering the building, utilizing the Arkansas National Guard to do so, thus necessitating a federal intervention. The students and the network of black activists that supported them persevered through the prolonged and terrifying ordeal, and today they're recognized as heroes. By the way, shout out to Daisy Bates as well, a very integral part of the Little Rock Nine. The Travelers' Little Rock Nine identity is fittingly a part of minor leagues baseball, the Nine, and initiative promoting black baseball and culture after the number Jackie Robinson wore during his lone minor league season in 1946. So there is the Little Rock Nine LR. I love the design. It makes me want to get a baseball jersey. Okay, can y'all please like do merchandise online so I can buy it online? Just saying, please and thank you. Because some of us Arkansans are all over the world. Okay, it felt like an amazing opportunity to honor the Little Rock Nine, from the name of the program to 9 players on a baseball field. There were so many different connections. Travelers general managers Sophie Ozer said, "We've been working on the logo and the look of it for a while, but tracking down someone with the Little Rock Nine was not so easy. 7 members of the Little Rock Nine are still living, now in their 80s. The Travelers eventually made contact with Carlotta Walls Lanier, the youngest of the group, who was 14 when she began attending Central High and graduated in 1960, the same year in which her family's home was bombed by segregationist terrorists. When I called Walls to tell her about this, she was so pumped and excited, telling me that she was a big baseball fan growing up," Ozer said. "One of them, Thelma Mothershed, where passed last year, and a couple live out of the country, and they're older, so we don't want them to travel if they're not comfortable with it. When I began high school back in the fall of 1957, entering Central High School, accompanied by over 1,000 members of the 101st Airborne, I could never have anticipated or imagined what being one of the 9 would come to mean for the rest of my life," Wall said in the Travelers press release. And here we are 68 years later. Our team of 9 is being celebrated by another team of 9, the Arkansas Travelers, the home team. This is another unexpected honor that we will be excited to see and participate in. And there it is there. Oh, there's merchandise! I need that. That is awesome. The Travelers intentionally set the Little Rock Nine unveiled for February 17th, which was yesterday, as the 3rd Monday of February as Daisy Bates Day in the state of Arkansas. Bates was an activist, newspaper publisher, and president of the NAACP's Arkansas chapter, which played a key role in advising the Little Rock Nine and fighting for their cause. The logos were created by the Little Rock-based design firm Eric, Rob, and Isaac. We went with black and gold because that is Little Rock Central High School colors. Ozer said the LR logo is one we've used for a long time, a strong and traditional logo in our community, and we solely added a nod to the Little Rock Nine by adding the number 9. 9 and gold pops out from what otherwise would have been a blank space within the R. It's a thoughtful touch, presiding a weekend that promises to be full of memorable events. We have the weekend broken up into 3 different parts, said Ozer, mentioning plans to honor Central High and the local HBCUs in addition to the Little Rock Nine. Another thing worth mentioning is that all the jersey auction proceeds go to the Little Rock Nine Foundation, which works closely with the Clinton School of Public Service here. So we'll have some scholarships that are created through that as well. More details regarding the Little Rock Nine will be announced throughout the Travelers 2025 season, which kicks off on the road against the Midland Hounds on April 4th. That is awesome sauce right there. Thank you guys so much at Major League Baseball and also to Minor League Baseball for honoring these wonderful non-students who went into that school to change the world for all of us to have an education. And like I said, I would like some of this merch right here. I'm just saying. So Minor League Baseball, Arts on Travelers, if you could just send me, just a gift package, I would certainly appreciate. You can DM me at Braylon_Lee25, or I'm more than likely will DM you and try to see if I can get that merch for free. And a beautiful black sister wearing that merch there. How cool is that right there? Oh man, I absolutely love doing what I do. Absolutely indeed, man. Yes, indeed. More Virtual Draw Live coming at you right from this space right here and right now. Like I told you, the cable television network industry is changing. Of course, like I told y'all, I was ahead of NBC News and the Today Show in terms of telling y'all that NBC Universal is spinning off the networks for them to potentially be sold. And I told you about Warner Bros. Discovery separating the cable networks from the studios and streamers. And here it is from Cord Cutters News: 5 cable TV networks most likely to shut down as of February 2025. The cable television landscape is undergoing a dramatic transformation as cord cutting, acceleration, streaming services continue their rise to dominance. Many cable networks are facing an uncertain future, with some forced to make drastic changes or face a potential shutdown. Next month, Universal Kids will shut down. At the end of February, another cable TV will shut down. And we talked about Universal Kids shutting down as well. We talked about, which one was this one? Let me see. Did we talk about this one? I know we talked about Universal Kids because we did talk about that on Virtual Live. But this one here, no, we did not. This other network is called on or after February 28th, 2025. Okay. Now the question is not if another cable network will shut down, but what network will be next to shut down, with issues at Paramount, with them being in $15.9 billion in debt, and the Sky that just made it through the check are now some of the most likely shut down, as cost cutting is just no longer a way to grow profits but a necessity. Here are some of the here's a look at some of the most vulnerable networks as of February 2025 rather. BET Networks, financial challenges after a failed attempt to sell BET and associated networks. Paramount is reportedly seeking a buyer once again. Interesting. If a sale doesn't materialize, some of the less profitable networks such as BET Hip Hop, and BET Soul could face closure. There are also questions of how dedicated the soon-to-be new owners of Paramount would be to their cable networks. Like I said to y'all, we talked about this before. Disney could buy BET, combine it into Freeform, and that could be Disney's Black Network because Disney does not have a Black network. NBC Universal could buy BET because even though Bravo is watched by a lot of Black people, that doesn't mean NBC has a Black network. It can combine with Bounce TV, which is supposed to be up for sale from EW Scripts, and it can be an independent network. Or it can combine with Stars from Lionsgate, and Stars and Lionsgate separating. It could combine with WeTV to create a whole new entity. The CW is a broadcast network, so I don't know how that cable broadcast network marriage would be, but it could be possible. So BET is definitely a hot commodity. The question is, who is going to purchase it? What will they do with it? And how will they go about, having BET in their family of networks? MTV channels consolidation and decline. Paramount may consolidate rather smaller MTV channels like MTV2 and MTV Classic into MTV and Paramount Plus as the younger audience increasingly migrates to online services. The shutdown of MTV News, which was so fucking stupid. They got rid of the archive and everything. So all of that work is gone. Unless somebody has it on backup drives and hard disk, or hard drives rather. Flash drives and hard drives, I meant to say. Last year, further signals the challenges faced by the MTV brand. Paramount is facing a need to cut costs right now that could put many MTV channels on the chopping block. This all comes as Paramount canceled several award shows that they are running and getting funding to finish up upcoming movies. Boomerang. Facing competition, Warner Brothers Discovery, the owner of Boomerang, is partnering with MeTV to launch MeTV Tunes, a free over-the-air channel featuring classic cartoons, which many of which were previously shown on Boomerang. This direct competition, coupled with declining leadership, puts Boomerang's future into question. You know, Boomerang, the slogan for Boomerang is all coming back to you. So to me, you could have done throwback sitcoms and, you know, game shows and documentaries and just have it be a throwback channel, just evolving from cartoons. But hey, listen, y'all the smart ones in media. I'm just laying in bed in Ohio, just talking on YouTube. FXX, second tier struggles. FXX, like other second tier cable networks, is facing declining viewership. Disney focused on using FX content to bolster Hulu's subscription, raises questions about FXX long-term viability, especially after being dropped by Spectrum, the largest cable TV provider in the United States. Now, I did tell y'all a while back that, you know, if A&E networks change to Hulu networks, that will be utilizing the power of Hulu, because now they have linear TV programs that Hulu Studios can make shows that can air on Hulu networks. But, and by the way, FXX means Fox Extended Extra. I had no idea of that. But as you can see here, as of November 2023, FXX is available to approximately 58,000 paid TV households. Well, guess what? You can change this to Hulu. Oh my God, this could be the Hulu network. But once again, y'all the smart ones, just a buck. Going back to our destination here. Freeform vulnerability after Spectrum drop. Disney's recent decision to remove Freeform from Spectrum, the second largest cable TV provider, leaves the network vulnerable with its reliance on reruns and availability of much of its program on Disney Plus. Freeform's future appears uncertain. Well, at this point, I think you should, try by BET and combine it with Freeform and just make that your black network. But the problem is, you have a racist, ignorant bastard in Washington that will probably dig into that buying of BET. But you could make Freeform a entertainment network for content creators and for anime and for video games and for entrepreneurship and fandoms, right? But hey, it is what it is. Y'all the smart ones, allegedly. Evolving landscape. The cable TV industry is in a state of flux, with networks struggling to adapt to changing viewer habits and the rise of streaming. As cord cutting continues and competition intensifies, the more cable networks face significant challenges or even disclosure in the coming months and years. This ongoing evolution highlights the dynamic nature of the media landscape and the need for cable networks to innovate and adapt to survive in the streaming era. Yeah, I fully agree. And then, of course, y'all, right here, y'all post the same article every few months and they are still there. They keep doing this for clicks. Investors won't let them abandon networks, especially with Paramount trying to leverage more from YouTube TV for their networks on that service. That's the thing. You're not giving them anything new. Why do you think fast food restaurants still are around? Because they always are offering something new. If you offer nothing new, why should I come back to your restaurant to buy anything? Damn. Anyway, I just keep it a buck. There we go. So our next destination, this is going to be quite interesting here from TechCrunch right here. Uber sues DoorDash, alleging anti-competitive tactics. Yes. Ooh. The words of Giselle Bryant. Ooh, this is getting good. Yes, indeed. This came out on Valentine's Day of all days. Ride-sharing giant Uber filed a lawsuit Friday against DoorDash, accusing the delivery outfit of stifling competition by intimidating restaurant owners into exclusive deals. Uber alleges in the lawsuit filed in the Superior Court of California that its chief rival bullied restaurants into only working with DoorDash. Uber claims that DoorDash, which holds the largest share of the food delivery market in the United States, threatens restaurants with multi-million-dollar penalties or the removal or demotion of the business's position on the DoorDash app. Specifically, Uber claims DoorDash pressures restaurants to strike exclusive or near exclusive agreements for first-party delivery services, meaning that DoorDash insists on solely handling orders placed through restaurants' own websites. Says Uber. Uber's case has no merit, says a DoorDash spokesperson in an email to TechCrunch on Friday. Their claims are unfounded and based on their inability to offer merchants, consumers, or couriers a quality alternative. DoorDash and Uber Eats are best known for their respective apps to connect restaurant consumers and gig economy workers. Consumers use the apps to find and order food like pizza, egg rolls, and pie thai from restaurants. A gig economy worker then picks up and delivers the food consumer, but the two companies also compete with their own white label delivery services called Uber Direct and DoorDash Drive on Demand, which both launched in 2020. These services are cheaper for restaurants, allowing patrons to order directly from the restaurant's own apps and websites, while Uber and DoorDash manage the couriers behind the scenes. Uber claims in its suit that DoorDash handles first-party deliveries for more than 90% of the largest enterprise restaurants in America, and alleges DoorDash used anti-competitive practices to win the market. More than 1 million merchants partner with Uber Eats because we helped them to reach more consumers and provide them the freedom to decide how they want to grow their business with delivery. Savraz Marita, head of the Americas for delivery at Uber, said in email statements, "We increasingly heard complaints from restaurants that DoorDash tactics are limiting that freedom, punishing them for seeking better options. We hope that this filing puts an end to those unfair practices so that restaurants can choose what's best for them without the fear, penalty, or retribution." In one example from the lawsuit, Uber says that an unnamed significant restaurant company told the company it would not move forward with a long-planned rollout of Uber Direct across several of its restaurant brands. The reason Uber claims is because DoorDash allegedly threatened to increase rates and charges the restaurant company to use DoorDash's third-party delivery services if it continued to use Uber Direct. Uber says this was not a one-off event, but rather that multiple customers have told the company they feel like they have a pow to their head, that DoorDash is monopolist and that they're bullied by DoorDash. Uber has requested a jury trial. The company did not specify amount of damages in the complaint. However, Uber claims these anti-competitive practices have cost the company billions of dollars in net revenue and also restricted the growth of Uber Direct. Well, here's the thing, right? 13 likes, 3 in the chat. Thanks for everyone who pulls up on Brunch Virtual Tour as a tourist. Absolutely. So here's the thing, right? Let's talk about it. On the What's Destiny Pain, I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about. And we do. But here's the gag. We actually talk about everything else, though. We're a black stallion over here, not a one-trick pony over there. Now, with that being said, let's talk about it. I said to my dad one day, why don't these fast food delivery services do an all-inclusive bill, right? Pay the workers $15 an hour for an 8-hour shift, so that way we can get the food for what it is. Because whenever you do DoorDash, whenever you do Uber Eats, y'all, you could have a $15 order. It becomes $29 for one item. For one motherfucking item. And it's mind-boggling to me. I just don't get it. So to me, I actually am with Uber on this. To have 90% of the market share, that's what we call a monopoly. And you need healthy competition because a rising tide lifts all boats. So to me, Uber Eats, what I suggest you do is follow through with this lawsuit. And DoorDash, if you're the big dog on campus, why are you worrying about puppy taking all your attention away? That's how I truly feel about it, right? It's quite ridiculous, fragrant, and disrespectful to do that. And Uber Eats, I would just say, hey, listen, we know, we see, and we embrace what our consumers have been saying. So guess what? We're going to pay our workers, and you figure our range that works for you, because obviously you can't do $15 an hour everywhere, but do an inclusive per hour rate of $13 to $15 an hour, depending on, you know, what the state will approve and this, that, and the third, and regulations and rules. And then say, guess what? The price that you see is the price you pay. If you do that, you will be soaring, because people are tired of all the extra fees. Okay, so that's why I have to say on this story. Now, of course, like I said, that's what Uber is doing to DoorDash. But of course, from Business Insider via MSN, Uber and Lyft drivers are teaming up to create their own apps to make more money. Right here. Right here. I tested Uber's $18 airport show in New York City. It's a game changer. Uber launched an $18 shuttle service from Midtown Manhattan to LaGuardia Airport. The service offers a cheaper airport transfer option amid rising air travel demand. I try using the service to and from the airport and have already reserved my next ride for Thanksgiving. One of the challenges of living in a prominent transit hub like New York City can be navigating your way to and from the airport. So they have that at Uber. Also, too, they have done helicopter rides for Uber as well. That being said, let's get to our destination here. Some Uber and Lyft drivers are creating cooperatives. The drivers own the cooperatives, which they are more transparent and increasing earnings, they say. Gig workers say claiming rides and making money has gotten harder. Lee Spurry, San Diego ride-hailing driver, has spent the last year pushing for better treatment from Uber and Lyft as a member of the advocacy San Diego Drivers United. By the way, there are many spinoff brands of Uber and Lyft. There are some Black-owned ones. There are some women-owned ones with women drivers only for women. There are some luxury ones that they have luxury, but it's available for everyday, regular people. So there's a lot of spinoff brands booming in the ride-share economy. But lately, he's been asking, why not create something that drivers could use instead of Uber or Lyft? Spurry and several hundred fellow drivers in San Diego are exploring forming a cooperative. Instead of driving for the established app, Spurry said they set up their own app and let leaders to manage it and create transparent policies around issues such as deactivating drivers. The co-op would be very different in the way it operates, in the way that we handled how the app works and how the pricing goes, how the driver gets paid, how the hiring goes, who makes the decisions, he told Business Insider in an interview. Many ride-hailing drivers are looking for ways to make money outside the apps as their earnings fall and claiming rides gets harder. Some have created their own black car businesses. For instance, others such as Spurrier are creating these ride-hailing cooperatives, a nonprofit model that they say could yield better returns for drivers. In some cities, driver co-ops exist. In New York City, the Drivers Cooperative have been offering rides since 2021. The Drivers Cooperative Colorado launched in September. The co-op has about 16,000 drivers, and it guarantees them 80% of each fare that riders pay. Many ride-hailing drivers say they get paid less than half of the fare on other apps. The co-op's promise also represents a greater share than Lyft, which says it pays its drivers 70% of the weekly rider payments they earn after fees. Fred Riggs, one of the co-op's drivers, said he's seen his pay decline for the same rides on Uber over the past few years. A ride between downtown Denver and Denver International Airport, a trip of about 21 miles that takes about 30 minutes with light traffic, used to pay drivers about $35. He said these days the same journey grosses about $16. Though the co-op set prices, which don't surge based on demand, a driver can earn $33.60 for the same trip. To start driving for the co-op, Riggs and other drivers had to undergo a background check, a requirement that Uber and Lyft also have. Unlike the big apps, though, the co-op also requires prospective drivers to attend an orientation session. They also have the option to buy a stake in the co-op for $200. The co-op requires drivers to use dash cams, which can provide evidence in a case either a passenger or driver claims that something bad happened during the ride. It has a committee to review those cases and decide whether to issue a warrant or dismiss the driver from its app, said Isaac Chidota, the co-op's general manager. Uber, Lyft, and other gig work apps often deactivate drivers' accounts without providing a clear justification or a transparent investigation. Some drivers have told Business Insider that following up with the companies or requesting arbitration to get their accounts reactivated can be a complicated process, especially without being able to talk to someone face to face. This co-op has a physical office in Denver where drivers can speak face-to-face with leadership. We don't just take off the driver immediately without going through that due process, he told Business Insider. We sit down with the driver they know. Lyft told Business Insider that its drivers could take on other employment, including services similar to ride-sharing services to other companies, under its terms of service for independent contractors. Drivers are independent contractors and have the freedom to work however, whenever they want, for example, by driving for other ride-share platforms, an Uber spokesperson told Business Insider. Luis Arias, a ride-hailing driver and another member of San Diego Drivers United, said that he hoped the co-op would be able to tackle a variety of issues beyond pay, such as combining drivers who buy and use accounts in other people's names to offer rides. What? Oh my Lord Jesus, it's not just about how bad we're getting screwed about pay rates, but it's now a safety issue concern as well. Do you have a Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, Instacart, or another company as a gig worker and have a story idea to share? Reach out to this report at abetter@businessinsider.com. So this, I'm not surprised by this, because here's the thing. If you're not feeling respected as you should get up and do something about it. That's what Walt Disney said to his workers at the Walt Disney Studios. However, that turned out to be a union battle, which lasted for months and months and months. Walt Disney didn't want to give in, and Walt Disney went overseas for an ambassador trip. And, Roy Disney, who was the business side of Walt Disney Studios, and Walt Disney was the creative, well, the deal got done, and Walt Disney was pissed the hell off. So I'm not surprised by this. I think that, anytime a corporation gets big, you have to figure out what the parameters mean for you. ASAP Rocky found not guilty. Okay, we will get to that here in just a minute. I'm about to wrap it up here and then get to Megan Thee Stallion, and then we will get on ASAP Rocky. I saw the news of the Jasmine brand that, the Sing will be out in 90 minutes or so. So thank you, Sister Soldier, for that. We will get to that here in just a minute. But yeah, to wrap up our Uber, ride sharing destination here, treat people right and people will do right by you. I think that's what it is. And don't feel like just because you have a monopoly doesn't mean that you can squash the competition. All right, y'all. More coming up here. Ooh, y'all, we got Milagro scams here. She goes off about what Megan Thee Stallion had to say. Okay, so here we go.
Let's get into this footage.
This comes to us from Couture Babe.
And y'all, pray for Milagro. She needs it.
Like I said, okay, thank you. Like I said, it was just a lot of shit on my mind. Oh shit. Let me do that now. 2 seconds. Our Shadow was having a fit. He had to be put up. He is not used to being fucking bound. Okay. So, this is what the hell going on that just got me annoyed to the max, bitch. There was a lightly veiled threat that I just saw. That was directed towards me, or that had to do with me. And I'm going to tell you why I feel like, bitch, it was said. Y'all know how things have to be collected. So an accusation has been made. And when the accusation was made and a lawsuit was filed, they said, we want you to produce different things so that we can take a look at, you know, shit that we feel like is relevant. Right? Okay.
Now, for those of you who don't know what's going on, Milagro Scams, which another content creator, I can't remember the name, but they came up with the name. I think it's very true because basically Milagro Scams bullied Megan Thee Stallion and worked with Tory Lanez to, you know, mollywop mentally, socially, or otherwise against Megan Thee Stallion. And she also doxed her family's information and also did a deep fake AI porno. And so apparently Milagro Scams is broke as fuck, as the broke individual that she is, and her existence is a waste of space, and she probably should have been swallowed by her mother. So a black woman bullying a black woman, even though Megan has done nothing wrong to this woman, because Milagro Scams doesn't have the capacity, capability, comprehension of brain cells to form a brain, the vaginal tissue, or a frequency to be an original content creator to go after somebody that is bigger than anything she will never do. Okay? Now notice, Tossaway K went after Cardi B, talked about Cardi B and her child having a STD. Tossaway K got paid $4 million. A person named Nosy Ho Live, who goes live and is a nosy 304 and can lay on her back and, you know, take in anything and everything, but yet when somebody puts her on her back and calls her out, she gets big mad and she's got to pay $50,000 every time she mentions Nicki Minaj. And now you have this black woman bullying another black woman. And now she is big, scared, frustrated, all out whack because she couldn't stick to the prompts. Okay. Let's roll on.
I believe that people don't feel like that's all it was and they're not getting what they're looking for. So now that here comes the bullshit. Well, I don't want to have to go to the judge to have to order this or that. I don't know what the fuck the judge would be able to get for you, but if that's what you feel like you want to do, the fuck? Hello? Like, make it make sense. Babe, you can't, I can't make conversations out of thin air. So, it's not my problem that I've been accused of something that's not true. So...
Pause. If it's not true, why are you in a lawsuit? If it's not true, why did you make a whole live saying I'm going to fight this? If it's not true, then why did you go off? Rolling on.
Hello? Okay, like, what, excuse me? Like, oh, well, can you do this? You didn't satisfy this. You didn't do this the right way. And we asked for all communications. Yeah, you got it. Yeah. No, but you thought you would find something else. So you're not satisfied. And you think that there's something being kept from you now? I told you there wasn't nothing. I told y'all on Station Head, babe, I read to y'all my messages what they saw. There's nothing there. Literally. So that had me annoyed because nigga, this why I'm annoyed, because I know how the media plays. If they go to the courts saying, we want sanctions and we want her to be ordered to give up this or that, that's gonna be marked as I'm trying to be evasive.
Correct. That means that you are trying to manipulate the system, or, you're trying to recuse evidence out of court to make your ass look good. Rolling on.
Be regarded publicly as though, well, maybe she's keeping something because why would they need to go to the judge to do da 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 da? You understand? Which is why I'm annoyed, because bitch, there ain't nothing there. But it's just, child, get the fuck, please get off my phone with that bullshit. There's nothing there. So, the fuck?
Nothing there, but you're going off about something there. Okay.
Obviously, we have to respond, you know what I'm saying, to them and what they're saying. But don't be surprised if you look up one of these days and they done went to the judge to tell the judge, well, we need this and that, order her to do this or that, or whatever the fuck they call themselves doing, because they feel like they don't have everything. Okay, that's one. Number two, bitch, when I tell you I've been so stressed, it don't make no damn sense. Do y'all?
But wait a minute. You said there's nothing there, right? But yet you just said you're so stressed. Child, tell me that you want to wear the crown, but yet you can't handle the weight of the crown. Rolling on.
And did y'all see that Unite the People said that they would take on my case? Did everybody see that? Okay.
So for those of you who don't know, PDF-ademics was going to pay for Milagro Scams defense fund. Yeah, DJ PDF-ademics that talked to a 15-year-old of, is there not another 15-year-old you can smash? That one was going to pay for this one's defense fees. Rolling on.
Bitch, the lawyer need his money. Hello? I'm in a position, I have been put in a position, read between the lines. I've been put in a position where I was told that it might be better for you if the request is that you just retract or apologize simply because you don't have the money.
Y'all heard that, right? It was told to Milagro Scams that she should retract and apologize because she don't have the money. So that would indicate to me that you don't have the cavalry, the arsenal, and the soulful fortitude to be able to put your pride aside to do the right thing, because you want to be happy, you don't want to be right. And by the way, Jay-Z, who we're going to talk about tomorrow morning, the lawsuit got dismissed. So you go up against Rock Nation. But this woman is apparently intelligent. Like Giselle said about Stacey, is Milagro Scams smart and intelligent? Or no, not smart and intelligent. Giselle said, is Stacey smart and educated? Is she smart and educated? You decide. Rolling on.
Sea views for days. Oh, and when I tell you the Virgin Voyages food is absolutely unreal.
I was literally told, well, shit, I don't know, because it takes money to fight these things.
No shit, it takes monopoly money.
Shit, if it gets to that point, let me tell you something.
What?
I don't know what way this is going to go.
You don't know which way this is going to go, but your people told you that you should retract or apologize because you don't have the money, but you don't know how this is going to go or which way this is going to go. Rolling on.
But I'm not apologizing for something I did not do. And I'm not admitting to something that I did not do.
Okay, child.
So if this case does not go my way, because motherfuckers did not pay a bill, they didn't have the money for whatever the fuck, then that would be the reason.
So you blaming other people for not paying a bill when you caused your own demise for even a bill to be created to save your ass. Am I getting it right? Rolling on.
And that would be that. Like, when I tell you I'm so fed up and I'm just so fucking done, I am done. Like, I'm over it. Because at the end of the day,
you're done, but yet you're going off about it. Go ahead.
Services were offered. Anything after that is not my responsibility. It's supposed to be handled. One person might say, well, get such and such.
So services were offered and they were supposed to be handled. Here's the thing. Remember in our Potomac review how, Stacey and Jazzy went down to Miami for Mia's birthday, and Stacey and Jazzy, RSVP with Mia's point of contact, but Mia tried to separate herself from the point of contact. Whether somebody RSVPs with your point of contact or you, either way, they came for your party. So just because services were offered doesn't mean shit. Because if you ordered the services, right, you're still in connection to it. Just because the association is making you look like shit doesn't mean you get to escape your association to the shit that you created. Let's roll on. And don't worry, y'all, we're going to get to ASAP Rocky. I got the story up from NBC News. Don't worry.
You do it. Well, you fucking accused me of using this person to do shit. So if Daystar wanted to help, he couldn't. You understand? If certain people wanted to help, nigga, they can't because you've already accused them of shit. So that's where shit is now. Where I'm not losing because I did anything wrong. Bitches take money talking bullshit, walk them up. Basically. And I'm so fucking upset. Needed to have that conversation with you. I just needed to tell you what was going on, just so that you would know. We talked about everything else. Somebody said how much you need. I don't even fucking know. Like, I was like, what needs to be paid for? Okay, one thing.
So wait a minute. You mean to tell me that you're not going to apologize for something that you don't know? And then when people want to offer you money to help you, you don't know how much money you need to get your ass out of the situation that you put yourself in? Rolling on.
It needs to be paid for. Like, we got mediation next month. The deposit for the mediation is okay.
Oh, wait a minute. You have a mediation next month? But you said you wasn't going to apologize for something you did not do. Mediation means that you are trying to sell this to save your ass. It's just like what PD's lawyer said. Just because PD sold doesn't mean that he's guilty. But he sold the day after, though. And then the footage came out, PD, Molly, Wop, and Cassie. Rolling on.
I don't know how much the woman did, bitch. I don't know. Because the shit wasn't coming to me. The bills was being sent to the people that paid. This is a federal case. Federal cases are very expensive. So I think that I've seen a bill for $15,000 so far for sure. Like for sure, like that's been paid up. But I think that they've paid at least like $50K. Like already. On like literally what has just been filed. Now, because the judge did not dismiss it, deposition happened, discovery, and mediation. You have to pay for depositions. You have to pay. All these things cost. And that's the part of the process that gets expensive. But this is the whole reason for this. This is why a person would try to challenge someone as an independent citizen and try to milk the fuck out of them and try to cripple them in the courts, because I'll put it to you like this.
And you know what the gag was? Tasha K, or Tasa Wake, as we call her over here, she said to Milagro Scams that she should apologize to Megan Thee Stallion. But yet you did apologize to Cardi B. Cardi B offered you the chance to settle. And you said, I'm going to wipe my ass with this cease and desist. Pop me kettle. Rolling on.
She's not going to take your button to court, because your button could foot the bill and go ahead and the shit will just get thrown out eventually, because the things he said speak to things you said. I think ultimately the people would find that, okay, fine, fuck it. But she chooses me because I'm not a commercial platform. Y'all fucking know that. That's why it's $20 every 15 minutes. She knows that. So she went to federal court and filed a case, knowing how expensive that shit was, hoping that even if this ain't the case, bitch, I still got you because you can't afford it. That,
to use some words from Nicki Minaj, did she lie? Did she lie? Did she mother-ucking lie? Because if we go back just a little bit, your people said to you that you should retract or apologize because you can't afford the money. Oh, I know.
that is why you can have a whole record called Bigfoot saying all these 50-11 fucking things and not a word. That is why Jay can get on his platform and say all this shit and not a word. That is why Jason Lee can still to this day accuse her of being an alcoholic and a bitch ain't gonna say shit. Because they would have enough money to get them to the end. You understand? Okay. So is anything actually being won? No. It's a bullying tactic.
A bully would know a bullying tactic.
It is. So, any fucking way. I just came to tell y'all what the hell was going on. Because it's just been so fucking just like a mental toll. So I was like, you know what?
You know what's a mental toll? Going on the chitlin circuit because people don't like your color. You know what is a toll? Believing, or other people believing, that if you drink out of a water fountain that you have a disease. You know what's taking a toll? That scene from Billie Holiday, the United States versus Billie Holiday, where there was a father in a tree being strange fruit and the kids were crying. You know what's a toll? Having your house bombed. You know what's a toll? 4 little girls at the bottom of a basement of a church not being here anymore. You know what's a toll? White people being taken out for hiding slaves. You don't know what a fucking toll is, you fucking trick. You don't. You don't. You absolutely do not. You know what's a toll? 9 black kids going into a school to desegregate so your ass could be on YouTube to bully another black woman. You know what's a toll? Black women dying because hospitals want to discriminate against black women, and maternity rates are sky high. That's a fucking toll. Just like Damian Lillard said, us playing basketball is nothing. People try and live check to check. That's a toll. That was fucking bullshit. Rolling on.
Just go to my people, and I'm just gonna tell them what the fuck is going on, because we're open, and I don't like y'all being surprised by shit. And if things do go a certain way, I wanted you to understand why I was going a certain way. And be like completely transparent with you. about that. Somebody said, can you make her pay your fees at the end? If I were to win the case, and if we could get to the end, I mean, under certain circumstances, but one would have to get there. You understand? You have to get there. So it's not that I can't win because I didn't do anything. So it's not a situation where, child, this evidence looking for food, that's not looking good for you. This is not that. This is literally money, like little black and white money. So, and anybody saying, how can I help? I can't even tell, like, the issue is money, but I don't even know what the fuck the fees are. I don't know. So I can't even give you a fucking answer because, bitch, I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they need. I don't know. Y'all talking about college academics. People. Let me tell you something about niggas. When a nigga want to do something, they do it. Simple as that. I'm being accused of being...
So now you gonna blame a PDF file who talked to a 15-year-old crazy for not coming through for your ass when this shit's your fault. Child. That part right there. What is she talking about? Not shit.
Being in fucking cahoots with academics. I cannot call that fucking man and text him and ask him for money.
Because he's also went after Megan Thee Stallion. He also went after your man. And he has a sexual assault case going on because allegedly he gang raped his ex-girlfriend and his friends gang raped his ex-girlfriend. Go to the live about PDF academics and you'll get all the intel that you need to know. Rolling on.
So do you understand the other form of manipulation going on? Let me accuse you of all these different things concerning these different people, which ices them out from being able to assist in certain ways without it being manipulated. You understand? Now, a GoFundMe with donation, I don't know how that works. I just know I have a fucking headache. And I just know I'm over it. And I just know I don't fucking care.
So hang on, I'm trying to find my picture. Anyway, I can't seem to find it. Okay, anyway, y'all know I always gotta have something in my hands, my little tick. But anyway, you have a headache and you tired and you don't fucking care. But yet you went off about it. If you didn't do nothing wrong, you should be standing 10 toes down.
I don't care. I don't care. I just don't. Like, people are fucking dying. Literally. People are dying.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God. So now you want to go to that logic of people are dying. But you just said this was taking a fucking toll. What? Where is your mental? Where is it? Where is your mental? Where is it? Where is your fucking mental? Where is it? Rolling up.
I have been through real shit in my life. This shit, I do not fucking care. It literally...
But you went off about it, though. Rolling on.
It's stupid. It's so fucking dumb. It's dumb.
Is it dumb to you because you can't handle the heat of the storm you caused for yourself? Or is it dumb to you that you felt like you can get away with bullshit and you wasn't gonna get called out? So is her accuser giving facts or not? Who is this person talking? I didn't get the name right. So this is Milagro Grams. She bullied Megan Thee Stallion. She worked with, Milagro Grams worked with Tory Lanez, put out a deep fake revenge. Orno doxed some of Megan Thee Stallion's family. So Milagro Grams, that's the person. Rolling up.
There are people who really need restraining orders. There are people who really need the courts. I can't even make myself to give a fuck about this simple-minded shit. So it's like I'm just at my wit's end because
if it's so simple, why do you have a headache? Headaches happen because of complicated problems. Rolling on.
it shouldn't have gone this far. It's literally ridiculous. Go read that motherfucking lawsuit. Go read what the fuck is going on and what her problem is. This is ludicrous. It's ridiculous. Her overgrown ass should have set her pride to the side and said, your commentary is hurting my feelings.
You're asking somebody to be grown, but yet you couldn't be grown and drink your water, mind your black-owned business, and be on your shit. It's the professional gaslighting for me. I can't do it. Rolling on.
Even though I'm choosing to come to your platforms to absorb your content, it's hurting my feelings. This is not true. I don't identify. You could have fucking said something. But that would have been too much like right. That would have been too much like a bruised fucking ego for you. That would have been too much for you to do.
Sounds like you got the bruised ego, and this was too much for you to do.
This shit is weak as fuck.
And you being weak as fuck.
Literally fucking weak. I'm getting fucking stalked.
It takes somebody weak to know somebody weak, or know something weak.
Literally.
So that's you.
The no cease and desist was absolutely calculated. And that's what they should have done.
But you wouldn't have followed it.
Whatever. At the end of the day, I just want to have a conversation with you guys about what the fuck was going on. I was trying to see how sometimes when you're feeling things, it's hard to articulate your thoughts. All I want to say is we have our own decisions to make when it comes to how we behave and what it is that we do. So if someone, takes issue with
really
something that you do or say,
now? Okay.
you have to deal with that, and you have to deal with the consequences of that. Right?
That's what everybody's telling you.
With that being said, I got up and said what I said because it was important to me to stand up for what I thought was the truth and what was right. And when people's lives are literally on the line, I do feel like it's imperative that we have serious, deep discussions, about what we're saying taking place.
As a marketing consultant, there's no better way to stay connected with your clients and leads than with Honeybook. So for real.
After this experience and in the midst of what's going on and with everybody being able to see like what this is, it's very disappointing and disheartening. And shout out to them all. But to see the lack of support. So we come from a community where Black men, I feel like, are oftentimes complaining about the lack of support from women, Black women. And I feel like I have literally, figuratively, every way you can put it, put my life and like livelihood on the line. And I sit in these moments asking like, what the fuck was the point? What was the point? I feel like you have people like you stand up for something that you believe in, and you do what you do. Hold on. You do what you do. But I feel like when you have so many people who were so ready to repost, and I agree with what you're saying, and all that, just all this shit like that. Like, for people to hit you up and say, this is fucked up what she's doing to you. And to never publicly stand for anything or to try to, just be supportive. Like, literally just be supportive. I think that's the best thing. I feel like this is how y'all lose soldiers. To be honest with you, I don't foresee myself standing up for a black man the way that I did this go around. Like,
wait a minute. So you mean to tell me, because you bullied somebody else, right, and you standing up for a black man, you gonna just never defend another black man in your life? So that means you don't give a damn about your daddy, your brother, your cousin, your nephew, any man in your life, your husband if you have one, your boyfriend if you have one, kids if you got them. So you just not gonna defend any man at all because of your own demise that you caused for yourself. Okay, child. Okay. Obviously, this person cannot have been a Corel Scott King. If we had her in the civil rights movement, we would still be in the cornfields, rolling on.
in my life. I don't. As right as I feel about the decisions that I made, like as right as I feel about I know that I felt this was true. Like, I know why I did this. I know.
Lord Jesus. It's the comedy for me, child.
I'm choosing my words. I feel like it's just like a slap in the face to do some or to give so much of yourself, regardless of if that was your choice, because so many people benefited and were happy about, being that voice. I feel like that's how you lose people, because people get jaded. People are only human. So when so many people can agree that this shit is not right. First of all, they never stood for anything and spoke out against it, even though they had feelings. And then you fast forward to this situation, and they have feelings about that. But nobody's bold enough, brave enough, strong enough to stand up. Okay, well, don't look for people like me. That's how I feel. And that right there.
Child, in order for people to look for you, they have to give a fuck about you being important. Rolling on.
Exactly why I feel like people don't care to go out and to vouch. Because look at this shit.
Out of all of the destinations we've been on tour together for, how many times have I advocated for women, children, good men, individuals trying to do good, the people who cause good trouble? You are big mad that you got your ass caught up. And so now you're taking retribution out on ever being supportive of anybody else because of your own demise that you caused for yourself. That's all this is. Just professional victimhood.
Look at this shit. You could chalk it up and say you here because of your own words. Okay. I don't think it's that simple.
It is that simple.
I feel like I'm here because I was too impactful. And I feel like I'm here because too many people like me. That's what I feel.
Oh my God.
And for them to be the reasons why, I feel like I'm here.
Oh Lord Jesus. You hello. Impactful. Michael Jackson was impactful. Whitney Houston was impactful. Daisy Bates was impactful. Martin Luther King Jr. was impactful. Medgar Evers was impactful. Who the fuck is your ass? Oh,
I think it's ridiculous to turn around and to not have support from any of these fucking people. That's what I feel. So
just because you feel it doesn't mean
I'm completely fucking, like I said, over it. Somebody just said, You used your voice and it made a change.
Said no one ever.
Did it?
Nope.
Did it?
Nope.
Was that worth it?
Nope.
And that's a tough question because the question actually is standing up for a black man worth it? Today, my answer is
so if standing up for a black man is not worth it, right? That means everybody in your life that's a bear you could care less about. Right? That would be fair to say. Rolling on.
When I look back on how my life has been upended and what I've been through, things I don't even know, and the ways that I've been impacted, no. So anyway, what's already written is already done. So I really wish we could fast forward to whatever the fuck they're gonna do. Because like I said, I don't even fucking care.
But you went off about this, though.
I don't care.
But you went off, though.
So,
child,
I'm fucking over it.
If this is not a female version of AL, we're rolling on.
Thank you guys. Without my personal support system, and then being able to come and talk to you guys, it's something that's really uplifting and encouraging. So, you guys are everything. I appreciate you more than words can even express, literally. And I don't know. Like, I just feel like thank you so much for being on the journey. I feel like it just is what it is, honestly.
We're almost done, y'all. We're gonna get to. I got one more story for y'all. Then we got ASAP Rocky, and then we'll just chill out. All right.
So shit. I feel like shout out to you guys for being there every step of the way. Shout out to you guys because you understand my viewpoint. I feel like you understand my intention. And I just feel like you get it. So, I love you guys. And y'all are fucking amazing. I'm still gonna do a show today. What else? I'm gonna go fucking smoke and go about my motherfucking day. And finish enjoying my fucking day. That's what I'm gonna fucking do. Inhale, exhale. So, I just want to have a conversation with you guys. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. And I am going to hang up. And I will call you guys back. Okay? I love you so much. Virtual hugs, right? I wish I could hug you guys too. But I appreciate you so much. Like I said. And I will talk to you guys later. And I really do hope that you guys have an amazing Valentine's Day. And we get to choose and decide what type of day we're going to have. So was it a bad day? Or was it a bad moment that you turned into your day? And I think that's a good way to kind of put things into perspective. You can let that moment become, the energy. And you can let that taint how you move and navigate. Or you can, let yourself feel. Think about it, talk about it if you need to. Take your deep breath and move on. Because, what can really be done about this shit? Bitch, $1 million not about the fucking sky. So, guess what? What the fuck I need to sit up and stress about this shit for? God's will be done. God's will be done.
That's the most intelligent thing you have ever said, and that is 0.0% of the time. So there was a small bit of intelligence you just said was the smartest thing you said in all this. Let God's will be done.
So, shit, nigga, do what the fuck you're gonna do. Is how I feel. Like, like if I could text God, I'd be like, just do what the fuck you're gonna do.
Oh, you don't tell God what to do. That's not how that works. As my mom has often said, you don't have long enough arms to box with God.
Dumb ass shit. This shit is so fucking stupid.
Well, it takes a stupid ass person, or what did you say? One more time.
Fuck you gonna do? Dumb ass shit. Shit is
It takes a dumb ass shit of a person to know some dumb ass shit.
so fucking stupid.
Well, a fucking stupid person would know a fucking stupid person.
So I love you, and I'm gonna talk to you guys later. Okay? Bye.
And there it is. All right, y'all, roll it on. Y'all, here it is here from PR Newswire. Megan Thee Stallion introduces premium tequila brand Chicas Divertas with Blanco and Reposado offerings, and there is the logo right there. Now, for those of you who did not see this bottle, she had this bottle on tour, right? So here it is. February 15th, 2025. Today, 3-time Grammy Award-winning artist and entrepreneur Megan Thee Stallion introduces her new tequila brand, Chicas Divertas, which includes 2 premium offerings, Blanco and Reposado. Chicas Divertas is currently available for pre-order at chicasdivertastequila.com as well as reservebar.com. Time to coincide with Megan's 30th birthday. The refined tequila is crafted from a single source, 100% Blue Weber agave harvested at peak maturity from the red volcanic highlands of Jalisco, Mexico. Produced at Casa Centella, Nome 1140, a distillery preserving tradition since 1904. It benefits from the region's rich terroir of volcanic soil and a cooler climate, yielding a naturally sweeter agave. The piñas, which is a plant, by the way, are cooked in traditional masonry ovens and distilled in premium copper stills, resulting in an authentic and flavorful juice. As someone who values good vibes and great memories, I knew that I wanted to create tequila that was designed to be shared and savored by my hotties. Megan said, smooth, sultry, and premium. This process has been years in the making. I'm so proud to take this next step in my journey as an entrepreneur and launch this brand. I know the highs are ready. It's time to give them the drink made by me. I'm excited to share this labor of love with all of you. Hope that you are inspired to enter your Chicas era. And so this tequila is for those stepping out, stepping up, and stepping through anything that they're going through in their life. And a lot of people say that Megan's the cognac queen. Here's the thing. In the world of spirits, tequila is a very high quality spirit. It is one of the top selling spirits. So of course, you go to where the money is, but also too, we don't know what Megan likes outside of what we see her drink. Because most people, I think, like tequila or vodka. Some people like cognac, right? Some people like whiskey, but most people usually fall in line with tequila or vodka. So that's just to give a little context there. This slender and curvaceous bottle is designed by a seductive but yet deadly angel's trumpet, a flower known for its bold colors and striking appearance. It is a real flower, y'all. A completely unique look. Each bottle features cuts and groups inspired by the agave plant and gradient hues of orange, pink, red, and purple. A dagger-pierced heart crowns the bottle, encapsulating the brand's S. Keep it cute, classy, and cutthroat. Blanco, the ultimate pass and pour spirit, features a pure and delectable and delicately sweet blend of citrus notes and herbal mints of rosemary and green tea that harmonize in a silky smooth finish. Reposado is meant to be savored, delivering a richly balanced profile of caramelized agave, American oak, and cooking spices with an elegant finish. Chicas Divertas Blanco and Reposado are sold in 750 milliliter bottles at 40% alcohol ABV. They are available for pre-order at chicasdiversostequila.com and reservebar.com beginning today or on the 15th. And they will be offered in limited quantities at select U.S. retailers with a suggested retail price of $70 to $80 respectively. That's not too bad. For more information on Chicas de Virtus, please visit chicasdiversostequila.com or follow Chicas de Virtus Tequila on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, as well as Chicas de Virtus on Twitter. No one calls it that. And then, of course, here are the email contacts, the PR contact for Megan Thee Stallion and PR contact for the tequila brand there. So yes, indeed, there. And here is the website. And then, y'all, we're going to get to ASAP Rocky. Yes, indeed, here. So there it is there. I love the bottle. Like, it's just the colors for me. It's very intriguing. Then you got the spicy Chica Rita, the cherry chicas, and the good time girl there. And then here are the taste, aroma, finish, and agave region and distillery. So here it is here. So the Blanco taste is a pure, flavorful tequila with undertones of cooked agave and citrus aroma, lightly sweet cooked Highland agave, rose peel, rosemary, pine, mint, pepper, and green tea. Finish, silky smooth mouthfeel with medium body and crisp, clean finish. Excuse me, agave 100% Weber, region red volcanic highlands of Jalisco, Mexico, distillery produced by Casa Centilla, Nome 1140. And then for Reposado, right here, so this single source tequila aged 6 months in white American oak whiskey barrels. Right here, taste rich and balanced with authentic flavors of caramelized agave, American oak, and cooking spices. Aroma, caramelized agave, American oak, warm cinnamon, toasted coconut, vanilla, walnuts, and almonds. Finish full and round for elegant, medium, long finish, savored. Agave 100% Blue Weber, region volcanic highlands of Jalisco, Mexico, produced by the same distillery, Casa Centilla, Nome 1140. There, so there you go there. So the Blanco is in copper stills, and then the Reposado is aged 6 months in American white oak whiskey barrels. So there it is. There we got through all our destinations in 2 hours, 55 minutes, and 43 seconds. Now let's get to ASAP Rocky. Yes, indeed. Here, breaking: rapper ASAP Rocky not found guilty in the 2021 powing of his former friend. Update 6 minutes ago: jury finds rapper ASAP Rocky not guilty in POW assault trial. From NBC News, ASAP Rocky was charged with 2 felony counts of assault with a semi-automatic firearm in connection with a 2021 powing by Mary Von Burke. Rapper ASAP Rocky was found not guilty on 2 felony counts of assault with a semi-automatic firearm after he was accused of powering his one-time friend and bandmate following a heated argument in 2021. The jury cleared the 36-year-old rapper, whose real name is Raheem Mayers, following a 3-week trial during which prosecutors painted Mayers as an aggressive attacker who powed his childhood friend and rapper Tyrell Ifan over a disagreement. Myers could have faced up to 24 years in prison, but prosecutors only saw 8 years. This is not a difficult case, Deputy District Attorney Paul Prisonoik said his closing argument Thursday. The question for you to answer in this case boils down to just really one question, and that is, did Mr. Mayers, the man at the table, did he use a real POW, or did he use a fake POW? Was it a real POW or was it a fake POW? Nothing else is in dispute. The defense argued that Ifan, who goes by the name ASAP Rocky, was envious of the hip-hop star and assaulted him twice on the night of the powing. Attorney Joe Tapina said his closing arguments that Mayer carried a prop POW when he did not have security and fired to stop Ifan from attacking one of their friends. Rihanna, Myers' partner, was seen arriving in court with her 2 children ahead of Thursday's closing arguments. According to video obtained by TMZ, she returned to court on Friday. The rapper pled not guilty and decided to not take the stand at trial. He also turned down a pretrial plea that would have led to 180 days in jail. I want my right not to testify, he told Superior Court Judge Mark Arnold last week. Mayers and other members of his ASAP rap collective were walking near a Hollywood hotel when Myers allegedly pulled out a semi-automatic pistol from his waistband, pointed at Efron, and said, "I'm going to ill you." Prosecutors said the two were meeting to settle a dispute. Mayers was accused of firing twice at Efron's direction. He told police that he believed one of the bullets grazed his hand. Efron testified that Mayers was aiming down when he fired the first pow. When he powed the first pow, I felt my hand so hot I grabbed ASAP Oles and used him as a shield. He's going around trying to pound me between ills, Efron said to the court, referencing another member of the rap collective. I'm just trying not to get hit at this point. Efron said Mayers was running toward him the second time he powed. He's running and powing, Efron said. ASAP 12, whose real name is Jamal Phillips, testified Mayers carried a prop pow because he had been the victim of violent incidents, including home invasions and an abbing in 2018. I know he had to get a whole new security staff. I know that he walked around for prop pow like a star istel. Phillips said he accused Efron of being the aggressor. He claimed he grabbed and shook Mayers on the night of the powing. Phillips testified that when Mayers pulled the weapon, Efron said, "Shoot that fake pow." Rocky's tour manager, the final witness testified, also said it was a prop pow. So it is a developing story. Please check back for updates. Well, congratulations to ASAP Rocky. And he said here, "Thank y'all for saving my life," right there. A quote from ASAP. ASAP usually says to himself, of himself, and by himself. When I saw this, I'm just like, you know what? Let the facts play out. We never seen ASAP in any shape, form, or fashion being a hindrance, a problem, or a crutch to the culture. Only a resource, a support, and a space for bringing unity to community for the culture. So that's what I have to say on ASAP Rocky. Breaking news destination. So we had 9 destinations tonight there. And as we get to our 3-hour mark, I'm going to turn my camera now because we've done the whole show for over 3 hours. Yes, we have. What a epic show. My Lord. Wendy Williams, her evaluation was today. I pray that everything went well. And that she is on her way to freedom. I think it's long overdue for Wendy to be free, for sure. So, not to mention, do shout out to the court for allowing her to see her dad for his 94th birthday. Yes, indeed. Chuck's Arcade, I absolutely love it. Like I said before, I think Toys R Us and Chuck E. Cheese should partner up to bring Toys R Us and Chuck's Arcade into new Toys R Us stores around the country, around the world. I think that'll be a great partnership. Theme parks, will they survive by intellectual property? Not alone. I think it will be a resource, but not the source. Disney and the Magic Band, like I said, they could make a way to make a throwback to Pound Mickey. I think that would be amazing. Major League Baseball, Minor League Baseball, honoring the Little Rock Nine. So cool. I hope I can get that merch for free. That would be amazing, because to have that would be a historic part of history for sure. The cable networks, like I said, with Freeform, MTV, BET, and this is having involved the networks. Invest in your content, allow it to grow, and support it, and the people will come. And not to mention too, streaming only works if you have content. Right? So streaming is kind of your server for all of your content. And then, of course, if they like streaming, that helps the show get renewed, because you can pull in the streaming numbers. And usually when it comes to renewals, it depends on social media, chatter. It depends on linear viewership and streaming viewership. So it takes all of that. But more than likely, I would say that social media is probably more on the back burner than the front burner. Some content creators said that they have a huge part to do with it. No, it doesn't. It does not. Social media is a complement to reality TV, but it is not the pivotal foundational decision to decide whether a show rise or demise. It's about the ratings from linear television, streaming, same day viewership, and then after it's finally viewed. Uber, suing DoorDash, I think it's a wonderful thing, because that monopoly is fucking ridiculous. And Uber Eats needs to make an all-inclusive price, so that way the price we see is what we pay, and that will definitely expand competition. Milagro scams, you are a scam, you're a fraud, and you're a waste of life. moving the fuck on. You did what you did. And when guys say go, he don't stop. You understand? So it is what it is with you. Take this as a thought lesson and stick to the assignment, and the assignment won't be about you. And then Megan Thee Stallion with her tequila. Much love to her. I love the Black Renaissance of people going into the spirits world with vodka, whiskey, tequila, gin, and everything in between. Even ready to go drinks as well. Y'all know Snoop Dogg's gin and juice. Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre's gin and juice, rather than that ready to go drink line. And then, of course, ASAP Rocky being free. Congratulations to you, good sir. Please celebrate tonight. But celebrate tonight at home. Yes, indeed, y'all. So what a epic show. Thank you to Divine Virtuous Woman Zero for being here. Sister Soldier for being here as well. Justine Battle as well for being here. Appreciate you. My Thoughts, thank you for being here as well. Helen, thank you for being here as well. And Lynette Stiller, thank you for being here as well, y'all. We are at 3 hours. So I'm going ahead and do the Daily Motivator, and then I'm going to head on out of here. But it's been a great show tonight. Before we get to the Daily Motivator, though, I want to show y'all some shows I got for y'all tomorrow. Okay, so I got your 11 a.m. show and your 6 p.m. show up and ready to go here. So here it is here, right here. Tomorrow morning, we're going to be talking about education. We talking about Jay-Z. The case was thrown out. The lawsuit was thrown out, rather. The Delta plane crash in Toronto. We're going to talk about Target. Some good news on the horizon from the daughters of the late founder. We'll talk about that. Tyus Walker doing big things in the world of e-gaming. Cultural date nights. Cannot wait to tell you about that. Sienna Naturals. Then a black business district in Tennessee is getting some love, and then Carlos King. Yes, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 destinations for you live tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. happening in 13 hours there. And then, of course, YouTube Studios. Is it coming for real? For real? There was an article from TV News Check asking, is YouTube the answer to daytime TV? So, of course, we will be breaking that down in 20 hours live at 6 p.m. So 2 shows for you tomorrow. I'm looking forward to seeing you all there. Now, with that being said, let's get to the Daily Motivator. No one grows old by living, only by losing interest in living. Ooh, Marie Bignon Ray. I like that right there. It's time for the Daily Motivator for Tuesday, February 18th, 2025. Enduring purpose. Following purpose is more work than pursuing pleasure. You ain't never lied, Ralph Wilson. Yet a devotion to purpose can bring much greater value, particularly over time. In and of itself, pleasure is desirable, enjoyable, and can be harmless. Yet the constant, unbroken pursuit of pleasure deprives you of opportunities for more valuable and productive activities. With the future, by its very nature, filled with uncertainty, it might seem that living for the moment is the smartest choice. However, there is even a better choice. You can live in the moment and indeed live very well in each moment, while also living for an enduring purpose that transcends the moment. You can invest in the future while also finding satisfaction and enjoyment in the present. No matter how much you possess or experience, no amount of pleasure can sustain you. At some point, you will be forced to call upon purpose, and the more of it you've seeded into your life, the better. As you enjoy the blessings of each day, seek ways to employ them toward meaningful, purposeful ends. Give your life the power of endurance that can only come with purpose. Ralph Morris. And enduring purpose, man. I think about that every day. I had a bit of a disagreement with a friend, a coworker today. He texted me a bit of a text message that was out the way, and I said to him, listen, I'm not going to lose this friendship over this settlement. So basically, we were talking about Deshaun Watson and $230 million, and he said that he would leave $100 $30 million and then give $130 million charity. I'm like, bro, stop the cap. And what I meant by stop the cap was at least you would keep it for the first day. And I told him I don't believe I'm better than anybody. I'm the first one to say I'm not perfect. He or she who has not said cast the first stone. So the first thing I will tell you about your enduring purpose is when you are enduring purpose, it reflects in your actions and how you speak and how you carry yourself. Like I said, anyone can wear the crown, but it takes somebody to handle the weight. And Melody Cherie Rogers said that as well. So that's the first thing I'll tell you about enduring purpose. The second thing I will tell you about enduring purpose, no matter how much you possess or experience, no matter how pleasure can sustain you, pleasure is temporary, fulfillment is permanent. Pleasure is temporary, fulfillment is permanent. Pleasure is temporary, fulfillment is permanent. And I truly move that way in my life. If something does not contribute to my rise, I don't invest in it. I just don't. To some that can seem dismissive, that can seem disrespectful, that can seem just downright disrespectful. But my joy, my peace, and my quality of life is non-negotiable. So that's the second thing I will tell you is that pleasure is temporary, fulfillment is permanent. Pleasure is temporary, fulfillment is permanent. Pleasure is temporary, fulfillment is permanent. Give your life the power of endurance that can only come from purpose. Attention is noise, purpose is sound. Attention is noise, purpose is sound. Attention is noise, purpose is sound. Senator Tim Kaine said something I'll never forget when he was campaigning to be vice president. If you really want to know how somebody has carried themselves, look back at their history to see what they've actually cared about. And I fully agree with that. You know, my mom said to me, money and circumstances don't change people, just amplify what's already in them. And there's a lot of people that were never born to be anything of purpose. They were never chosen to be anything. And people saw that energy from a mile away and they decide to protect themselves. And because of that, they are nothing in reality. So they got to come on virtual reality to be something, when the gag is, whether in reality or virtual reality, they are nothing. Right? So those are people that are takers. You gotta be careful of takers, because if they're always taking from you but not giving to you, they will keep taking from you until you're depleted. So there it is. With that being said, everybody, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you want more special, because you were always born a blessing and trust. You may not be where you want to be by any of it. You'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why? It's one thing to call yourself. It's another thing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me. And hopefully by spending time together, we're to be great together. And always remember what you're doing. Radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or you're just throwing out business ideas, standing on business, and knowing that you're not a one-trick pony and you're a black stallion and you own the world. Make sure the replay is not just for you watching, not just for you listen to it, but for you want to experience it again. I love you. I value, I embrace you all. Always remember, on receive love, you gotta give it. On receive love, you gotta give it. On receive love, you gotta give it. Wherever obstacles you have overcome, wherever success you have achieved upon this particular day, I'm extremely proud of you. But no one else is proud of you. Be proud of your damn self. And finally, y'all, listen. When you hear the word believe, the biggest part of that word is be. You have to be about something in order to believe in yourself. You got to be about something in order to believe in yourself. You got to be about something in order to believe in yourself. So if you're not being about anything, then guess what? You will be nothing. But if you're being about what you believe, you will become something. Oh, my Lord. If you're not being about anything, then you will become nothing. But if you're being about what you believe, you will become something. If you're being about nothing, you will become nothing. But if you be about what you believe in yourself, you will become something. If you be about nothing, you will become nothing. But if you be about what you believe, you will become something. Commercial break and fireworks coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's coming, for the blessings all the way for you, me, all of us, as a society, as a people, as a culture. I feel the love. And I'll send it right back to you. Good night, everybody. Be blessed. Love y'all. Bye-bye.
Yeah, we hustle all day. Yeah, we're working, let me play. You know me, work real hard, now we're ready, let's play. Ay, hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go, yeah. Hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder.
Things have been a little quiet around here. We've missed the fun, we've missed the excitement, we've missed the entertainment, we've missed the nightlife, but most of all, we've missed you. We're getting ready. Caesar's Rewards. We can't wait to welcome you back.
This is for all you multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Now that you've reached the stage in your life where quality television is important, Nubian TV is a black network that speaks to your lifestyle. Nubian TV is the world's first digital network devoted to the upscale and political lifestyles of black people. Nubian TV's programming includes politics, travel, fashion, food, automotive, arts and culture, civil rights, music, and more. Watch now on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or watch globally at nubiantv.net. Nubian TV, it's what you want to watch.
I got a question for you. What does this city know about luxury? Huh? What does a town that's been to hell and back know about the finer things in life? Well, I'll tell you. More than most. You see, it's the hottest fires that make the hardest steel. Add hard work and conviction, and the know-how that runs generations deep in every last one of us. That's who we are. That's our story. Now, it's probably not the one you've been reading in papers, the one being written by folks who've never even been here and don't know what we're capable of. Because when it comes to luxury, it's as much about where it's from as who it's for. Now, we're from America, but this isn't New York City, or the Windy City, or Sin City, and we're certainly no one's Emerald City.
This is the Motor City, and this is what we do.
Come with me if you want to live a more delicious life.
Oh, maybe we should get in the van.
In this world, we don't get to control much. Past, male pattern baldness.
Leggies.
Got one right now. The urge to puff that bubble wrap. But there is one thing we do get to choose every single day: what we eat. Welcome to the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment. We have everything you want, didn't know you wanted, and some things you didn't know were possible. Because we believe if you're not having fun, you're not living free. So come on, let's live a little.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money! Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good. Very good. Coming in hot, Jimmy, coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Oh.
Good morning, America. I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be here.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in. That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, Lara, Ginger.
Open your eyes.
Think of the one place you've always wanted to see.
This is where our magic comes from.
They say if you dream a thing more than once,
Please, please, please.
it's sure to come true.
Everything you see exists together in the great circle of life.
There are stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it.
In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun.
I told you she was tricky.
Life is full of possibilities. What do you want to be remembered for?
The world is in our hands, and we gotta do something with it.
I just want to say a word of thanks to all the artists, the workers, and all of you. The young and the young in heart. You helped make this dream come true.
I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician. General. Author. Ruler. Man. Legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence, excess, and the occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and approve this palace.
Sorry, folks, there's a breaking development. There's something down on the field.
I see that, too. What is that?
Looks like a koala or a dog or a...
They're all out there right now. They're trying to catch it. They're having a real hard time. They've got trash cans.
This guy's got no chance.
I think they got it. Nope.
Now he's gone and driving a cart. Uh-oh, watch out for the goal. Oh. Oh, that thing is indestructible.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.